go. Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our Wednesday night game of TORGanized play. Before I hand this off to Rod to jump us into the new book, I want to do my typical shout-outs. First and foremost, the map that's brought to you in the middle of the screen there is brought to you through the Roll20 app. It allows us to play as a group, even though most of us, or a good group of us, are not close enough to even get to in a couple hours to play usually. So allows us to do that, allows us to share the nice artwork like the one we have here. I'm assuming is from the book itself.
Mm-hmm.
And allows us to have situational awareness when we're actually playing. Also on top of that, I'd like to give a shout out to Hero Forge. It looks like we have a Hero Forge character in the middle of the screen here. Hobeck. Hero Forge allows you to create custom miniatures that you can have sent to your address. They can be anything from the typical standard 23mm, I believe is what it is, to the 6 inch if you just want to have a little statuette to put on your desk or on your bookshelf of your character. Or if you're a subscriber, you can turn around and make a digital version you can use in your digital games. Another shout out I'd like to give is to GUI Cube. GUI Cube just finished a Kickstarter and they're still in their backer, I think, for at least another few days. But they're a world created several years ago by the company in like a 5th edition or a D&D style, if you wish. And they've been expanded upon by the community since then. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, go to GUICube.com and see what they've got available. We actually have 2 sponsors. First sponsor we have is W Energy. They are a good manufactured practice certified product formulated to give you focus without jitters or crash. There's no calories, no sugars, and no fillers. If you use the code ROLLHITDIE at checkout, you can get 10% off your purchase. You can find them at w.gg. Our other sponsor is Humble Bundle. They are a website that sells games, ebooks, software, and other digital products. Their mission is to support charity while providing awesome content. So use the same code ROLLHITDIE to let them know where you heard about them from. If you're watching us on Twitch, there's a few other things to take into consideration. First and foremost, which is something we need to discuss, we have our website, Roll Hit Die. If you click on that, it'll take you to our website and kind of give you an idea of some of the games we got going. Marcus has gotten our Saturday night game inputted in there and our Sunday night game inputted in there, and is wanting to know exactly what kind of format we'd like to do for our TORGanized play game. We can discuss that later or in some sort of other chat. But you can go to them. You can also check out the marketplace we have in there, or the swag shop, or whatever you want to call it. The shop, you go in there and you can click on and get shirts, rugs, mugs, whatever, with the symbol at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, or some of the other symbols based off, or sayings based off of our previous programs, such as our Kindred or our Mutants and Masterminds. Let's see. Also, of course, the most important link down there would be the Extra Life. You click on that, it'll take you to their website, which will allow you to give to the Children's Miracle Network at any point in time throughout the year when you can and when you'd like to. And last but not least, before I hand this off, I think to Mark and Liam first, there's a little bubble down here by the chat bar. We call that a chaos bubble. The longer you watch us, we posted earlier last week or earlier in the week, the algorithm is actually behind it. Of the points you can earn. The longer you watch us, the raid you involve yourself in, and if you've watched us consecutively and get a streak bonus, you get like 450 points. All those points add up that you can turn around and spend to cause chaos in our D&D games, or add or subtract 2 points from a roll on this game. I think that's it as far as all my concerns or announcements are concerned. So, Liam and Mark, you give your little shout out, and then we'll hand it off to Rod.
Yes, you can check us out if you're interested in anything Torg related on the Delphi Council debriefings. You can check it out on YouTube on the Ulysses International channel, or you can go to any place that you get your podcasts and look for Torg Eternity Delphi Council debriefings. Each week we have a podcast that is most likely around an hour where we dive deep into the various aspects of Torg, whether that be game mechanics or lore. And we also do get emails at torgdcd@gmail.com, which we read the email, and if people have questions, we'll answer those questions. If you have comments, we'll comment on your comments, and our Last episode, which dropped on Tuesday, actually was a mailbag, which was an episode devoted solely to questions that we got through that email. So we like to have fan engagement, etc. So again, that is if you're interested on anything Torg Eternity related, you can check us out on Ulysses International or your podcast place, Torg Eternity Delphi Council Debriefings.
All right, Rod?
All right. Well, we're going to be starting a new book this evening, Operation Soft Cell. This was the book which came out in the most recent Kickstarter or crowdfunding. No, it was a Kickstarter. It was a while ago. And so we've been waiting a while to get to this one. This is the last of the what I refer to as the big Cosm books, right? The 5 to 7 act books that are focused solely on one Cosm. I think we've done almost all the others. I don't know if we did Godbox on here. That may have been early before we started streaming. But by the time we're done with this book, we will basically played, I think everyone here will have played almost all of them. Maybe one or two missed here and there, but not many.
On the stream, it might not have been a trifling matter.
No, we did not do a trifling matter because I ran a few tables of that separately.
But otherwise, yes.
But that one, I was like, I want to be able to do what I want to do there and not have to. So I don't know that one's great for stream because there are some themes in that well, let's just say,
if you don't know the viewership, it could be a problem.
It's a great book, though. It's a great book.
Fantastic book.
Are you saying YouTube might ban you?
There are some darker themes in the book. I mean, it's a Rorsch, right?
I mean, they let us get by with the Blood on the Blasted Lands, didn't they?
Yes, but that's just brutality. Look, we're Americans. Violence is fine. Let's be honest. That's kind of the culture. Violence in movies and TV, certain other things, it's like, no, this is not okay. Anyway, so Operation Soft Cell, we're going to be set in Pan Pacifica. All of you are aware, but none of the viewers are, that this book has something different going for it. I think it's worth talking about that ahead of time, right? Operation Soft Cell reading is intentionally set in a morally gray or darker place than other adventures. You are all already aware that you will be working in deep cover, so there are some things that you'll do that are not necessarily heroic. Probably worth it for anyone who's going to watch, right? The fan, in case the fan is signed in, that he or she can understand, well, we may not all be good guys in this. Now, I'm talking about you guys. I am, of course, evil, virtuous, and kind, and nice. There will be times you guys will actually be taking on villainous roles. We've talked about there will be plenty of times where we flip the drama deck and you guys use the villain line. I do have one caveat about that. Regardless of whether you are heroes or villains, if confusion comes up, you're affected. Doesn't matter where it comes up, you guys get confused. This makes sense because you're undercover, after all. So it makes sense that you're a little confused.
But question for you on that. Are we going to know what line we're using before we flip the card?
Like once after the first card flip, yes.
Well, I mean after the first card flip because we're gonna be on the line.
Yes.
But I'm saying sometimes we make decisions of do I want to start combat or not start combat, but it's always this is standard or dramatic. That's the only thing we got to take into account. Now we're going to have to take into account, is it standard or dramatic? Are we on the hero or are we on the villain line? And so I'm asking, before somebody makes the decision, I pull out my gun to start blasting. Are we going to
clues?
Huh?
We're going to look for context clues.
Okay.
Right? And I would think, so for example...
It will be an educated guess.
Yeah, going in to rob a bank, probably the villain line.
Okay.
If you're being attacked by a whole bunch of undead, probably not the villain line. They're worse than you.
So to answer the question about the God Box and stuff, the
That was-
first thing we ever aired for TORGanized Play was Tor Game Day back November 29th of 2020.
that was definitely after Godbox then.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah, we didn't do that box.
I ran that pre-COVID, a long time
I
ago.
thought we had done God Box and everything else on stream, but I guess we did that one a little early.
It may have been before we got started on Wednesdays.
Yes.
All right. So I want to talk about each of your characters. I have some questions for you. I want to get some background on why your character is a good character, or appropriate character for Operation Eris.
Okay.
All of you are aware, I believe, at this point in Torg, right? The Delphi Council has multiple divisions, departments, etc. There is one, though, which is pretty much autonomous, and some people might even say, well, they're associated with, but not part of the Delphi Council, and that is Operation Eris. Eris coming from the Greek word for discord. I do love, by the way, that all the Delphi Council divisions are Greek names, so nobody else has ever twigged to that. I absolutely love that. Normally, you guys are in Hero Division. That's what Storm Knights are after. Here, though, we're going to be Eris agents, right? Sowing discord, going deep undercover, spying on High Lords, spying on their minions, doing those things that have to be done, right? Creating that, to paraphrase a character from a galaxy far, far away, doing things that have to be done to bring peace to a world that he doesn't deserve or will ever see. That is some of the role that you all will be taking on. It should be fun. So I'm going to start with you, Dan. Why is Tashiro Motoyasu an appropriate character for Operation Soft Cell? What will make him successful?
Toshiro actually, he rides that gray line.
Okay.
He's since we're all undercover, he was working undercover in the Triads when Kanoa decided, hey, we're going to use criminals to experiment on. So he kept his cover as a former Triad member after the experiments were done on him, and guess he's going to keep those contacts and keep working through the underbelly to help the Delphi Council out the best way he can, I suppose.
Okay.
He was imprisoned because he beat a rival gang member to death, but I mean, that's how Conwell got their hands on him.
Well, that's what he was found guilty for. Clearly, he didn't do it, right? Right.
You'll have to ask my lawyer about that.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. Just wait. I got 3 of them coming in. They just got to cover up the tattoos.
Now, I typically, I'm okay with player secrets. Excuse me, with character secrets, not player secrets. So, would anyone here understand? Would anyone on the Eris team know that you're a psychic, or are you keeping that on the down low?
As the player, he's going to keep it on the down low.
Okay.
Because it's to the point where he doesn't even realize all the things that have happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because they poked and prodded him, and all his abilities have come from what Kano has done to him.
And you basically you went with the psychic mutant, right? Not the trained.
No, I went with the discipline because it's the only one you can use for certain paths.
Ah, okay, fair. All right. By the way, I'm going to ask this question to that question I asked to Dan to everyone in case you hadn't figured out, and I'm kind of going alpha by first name. So, Jim, tell us about is it Hobeck?
Hobeck. So Hobeck is an outsider dwarf, which is why he's good for this mission because of the fact that he's not liked by the light or the dark of Isle. He's just an outsider, and in fact, he is even forsaken by the gods. So basically, he occasionally flies off the handle and goes berserk and just attacks whatever's next to him and doesn't matter. Read if I mishap while in melee. So, ones are dangerous. And yes, so he is forsaken by the gods, so basically healing, or really any miracles on him, both friendly or foes, are more dangerous to land upon him. And really, he's the brute. You know, he can be put in this mission because of the fact that, well, you know, if something needs to get done, he can probably do it. But they don't really ask him to do the computer stuff, or really any of the face stuff, or really anything that requires mind or charisma.
I have very good news for you. If I recall correctly, the law of rationalism might make it even less likely for miracles to impact you. So you're welcome. All right, Lehman, what can you tell us about Victor? I mean, I already know why Victor is a fantastic Eris agent. Nobody's ever going to believe he's associated with the Delphi Council.
Right. So Victor is from Tharcold. He is a Tharkoldu, a techno demon, a manifestation of evil. But with the Tharcold minor world law of the law of conservation of evil, there's kind of a set amount of evil that can exist at one time. So the more evil things there are, their evilness gets less. So when the High Lord Kernad was killed by a hairless monkey, that kind of was the first hit to Victor's like ethos and belief of the Tharkoldu superiority, and then he was sent to Pan Pacifica, where the law where you are gonna somebody's gonna betray somebody. He ended up betraying his uh, Tharkold group of other Tharkoldu in doing some good deed like saving some girl or such. And while he is not good by any means, he is beginning to question this whole being evil constantly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week type thing. So he's hanging out in Pan Pacifica also because being an aspirant, a Tharkold who doesn't always think about being evil 24/7, they're usually killed on sight by other Tharkoldu. So it's a going to a lower magic, low spiritual place is a good choice to survive.
Actually, the low spirit might be pretty good. You don't have to worry about nearly so many ward enemies, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're also a spellcaster.
Yes.
I would think that's probably going to be pretty obvious, pretty quick.
Probably yes.
Okay. All right. Mark, 1337, which I assume is supposed to be Leet Zero Cool.
There you go. Good for you. Points in the GM's favor. The recent glitch in the GodNet that
very nice.
no one in the cyber papacy really seems to be aware of, but Zero Cool knows, is that the GodNet recently got reset. And in the process of reset, the GodNet really wasn't designed to be reset. And when it happened, he was running as a subroutine for working for the cyber papacy as a voice recognition algorithm, and his design was to interrogate voice locks and things, then keep out unauthorized people. And he was typically rejecting the attempts of the resistance to gain access to reliquaries and things of that nature. And when the reset happened, all of a sudden he manifested in the real world and didn't really understand how that happened. As an artificial intelligence, he just kind of has walked away from the cyber papacy because as he manifested his intelligence, he realized that they were controlling him and requiring him to do these things. And now that he has his free will, kind of resents the controlling nature that the cyber papacy's put on him. But he's looking for payback. So he's not really all up on that whole let's do good things stuff. He just doesn't like what's been done to him. But he feels this calling that really, they're not all good people out there. So he's kind of walking a dark path. He's always wearing some blue mirrored sunglasses, blonde spiky short hair with a nose ring, and a long sleeve leather jacket that has patches all over the arms. It typically, and then fingerless driving gloves, typically hides the fact that he has a hard pass arm. His right arm is hard pass, and those who have seen him at all, and I don't know if we've adventured yet together or not, but you'll discover that the patches on his jacket have been set up in such a way that when his weapons manifest from the hidden compartments, the patches kind of cover up that manifestation. He's got a cyber deck. He kind of keeps it in a bag, shoulder bag, and he's just kind of always paying attention.
He doesn't really understand people very well yet, though, does he?
He understands that they want stuff, and the motivations sometimes are suspect, and he's suspicious about people because they always want to. It's a throwback to the algorithm that they always want to try and get into places they're not supposed to go.
Hey, isn't that what you're going to be doing as a hacker?
Well, it just comes natural to me.
Okay.
I know how that works.
Okay. I was suspicious because these people all want to get into places they don't want to go. By the way, guys, I'm expected to go to places I'm not supposed to go. But I do appreciate that you are playing a character who is from the cyber papacy who's slightly hypocritical. I mean, it feels appropriate.
Well, how else does the AI manifest?
Yeah, no. Plus, I actually love the tie back to the last book. If I was a nice guy and gave possibilities for cool things, I would get one. So you have an imaginary, not actually there possibility.
I'll tell you what. I'll take an idea card. How's that?
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that law, do you?
Nope.
Keep the idea cards. I think you can play it, and it becomes an up for you.
Correct.
Play it, yeah.
Willpower cards are actions for me, and if you guys get idea cards, I will trade you anything you want, short of heroes and dramas, because I get to play them as ups.
Now, bear in mind, he's playing it as an up for him instead of an action for everybody. But
if I trade it to someone else, am I trading an idea card to them?
They would play it as an idea.
Okay.
When you play it, it's an up for you. If somebody else plays it, it's going to be an idea for the table.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that is Elite Zero cool. Mike, tell us about Zaotek, your first Adinos, and I was very surprised you took my suggestion.
Oh, you know what? I just I grabbed onto it because I think it's a good little suggestion here too. So Zaotek has traveled far from the living land, and then was captured by some bad Pan Pacifica agents and brought back over to wherever we're starting, and experimented upon. They tried to make him smarter, and it didn't quite work.
No, it did not.
But every once in a while, he's fantastic at being very smart.
You did take that thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I did take the
That's
hyperfocus.
hilarious.
Once per act, I get it
Nice.
up on mind-based tests with my mind of 5.
I'm gonna hope that at some point that saves the team's ass.
Oh, it will. I've
Just
guaranteed
so
it already.
justified.
Just because I took it.
Yeah.
But in the process of getting messed with, eventually, as all Ladinos do, they escape, and finds himself in being a Gotek. He's okay with dead things, so he's able to escape much easier than the rest of the Adinos who had probably captured Adinos who probably died. And found himself pretty much on the streets. Well, there's a giant lizard running around on the streets now. Well, not a giant lizard, but a real Adinos, non-Chimera, running around the streets talking about the dead things and freaking everybody out.
Technically, you're still a Chimera.
Technically?
Zero.
Technically?
Zaotek.
I mean, you do have those third-gen G mods, which are a 4K contradiction for you.
Yes, it was great.
Mike, is Zaotek a street preacher for Lenala in Pan Pacifica?
At this moment, yes. He's a Gotek.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And he walks around and goes, "Well, I don't need this dead thing," and touches it and starts dissolving. So, that frightening the populace because not understanding what's going on in Pan Pacifica. Has been captured and thrown into jail and escapes somehow because the bars dissolve. Some sort of acid, apparently.
Right.
So he's basically probably on a wanted poster somewhere that they really don't care about, but if he shows up, I was like, oh, it's that guy.
No, people just think it's a advertisement for the next Godzilla movie.
Probably.
Okay. Finally, Robert, we're going to talk about Connor McLean.
Well, Connor is a Belfast lad, and his father was in transportation.
Oh.
His mother was in collections. Connor, when he was younger, had a nice little gang that he ran with, and when the bridges started coming down, for the common people of ILT, made the wrong choice. He started working with the Therian crew, and he worked as a courier and an acquisitions agent, going to different columns to acquire trinkets that may have been red and blue. But he also was a courier, sending messages back and forth. But then there was this Viking chieftain who really ticked Connor off. So Connor decided, if I'm not getting the respect here, maybe I should give some information to the other side. And so since then, he has been working as a double agent, as it were.
That's perfectly appropriate. Is that the dark past that you referred to?
Oh, yeah.
The criminal background, or the fact that you're just generally not trustworthy?
I'm not trustworthy. And I have worked for Thorian, and technically I still actually am working for that side. But kind of like another person from IL, I'm not darkness or light. I'm an outsider.
Yeah, we have two outsiders.
Yes.
Okay. So we have
Oh.
Well, no, I think they meant the outsider.
Eilish outsider.
Okay.
So I was going to say we have two Eilish outsiders. We have a demon. We have someone who's not actually a person. We have a death priest, and we have Dan's character. Have I appropriately summed it all up?
And we have Dan's character.
Well, because he's a psychic, but he's not a mutant. He didn't go a psychic mutant. He's the most normal. What?
Connor is human.
Yeah, but you're evil.
Yeah, well.
Or evil adjacent.
He's just drawn that way.
I'm just drawn that way, yeah.
Evil adjacent.
I don't have darkness yet.
So wait for it.
Exactly.
That is the plan, right? Gonna get all
I don't know.
Okay. Or more. Up to you. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you something else that if you're like Michael John, you're going to be like, well, that's going to suck. Due to the law of intrigue, there may be times where I do not share the DC of a test. I'll still tell you, you passed or failed. If you passed, I'll tell you with what level of success. There may be a couple of times here and there where I'm like, yeah, why don't you give me a test? Just because.
Oh, that's fine.
You know what? I'm sure it'll hardly.
All will be well.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
All will be well.
It'll be
yes.
fine. It's been a long time since I've said that, actually, as a GM, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Toshiro's not a dwarf, so no, not a Yakuza dwarf.
No. Oh, right, you're a criminal. Okay. So, yeah.
Just a short criminal.
Is he short?
Toshiro's not a dwarf, damn it.
Everything Dan plays is short.
I mean, he's tougher than the dwarf, but he's not a dwarf.
So how tall is he?
I don't know, 5'11"?
Oh, definitely.
Short. So short.
All right.
Short.
I'm going to share some things with you. There is the table 10 for Pan Pacific.
Wait a minute. How tall is your character?
Taller.
Oh, Connor?
No, I mean
Connor's, I think,
Mark's character.
Oh.
6'1", baby.
Oh.
Since you asked.
2 inches.
Yeah, he's a giant.
Dan, he grew 2 inches since you asked the question.
He did. He absolutely did.
Like, you're
He's
like,
always going to be 2 inches taller than Dan.
like, yeah, he calls you short, and you're like, wait a second. You go stand up next to him, and you see the AI just go a little bit.
That's right. You're the hacker.
Yeah, clearly he's projecting.
Hard light hologram, baby. Come on.
Are you poking your chest out or something? Yeah.
No,
No,
it's
not
actually
me.
like that.
No.
Technically, I don't think you're actually a hologram. I think you're.
No, I'm actually real.
Yeah.
He's
But what
he's a
real
real boy.
is that still remains to be.
Yeah. You're probably in some deadhead. Not deadhead. What are the Nodders called after they've been angel baited? What are their bodies called other than corpse?
Yeah, deadhead.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Did you all see the table 10 for Pan Pacifica that I sent you?
Correct.
Yes.
So I have not been able to find an updated table 10 for Pan Pacifica. So if anyone knows of one, please direct me to the link, because I would like to fix this so that it shows the correct spirit axiom of 10, takes off the law of vengeance, and adds the law of rationalism. If you scroll down on that handout, you'll see the map, as well as a reminder of what the possibilities are going to do for Pan Pacifica. Reroll Persuasion, Stealth, or Trick, even if you've mishapped. Right?
Oh.
Basically has that second chance kind of built into it. At least, let's double check and make sure it didn't change from PDF to publishing. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. But assuming that it has not, I don't think it did.
Ooh, Lehman. It's
Yeah.
an up for your magic. Ooh. Or
Yeah.
miracles.
Yeah,
And Dan's psionics.
magic. Yep, magic, psi, and miracle. So basically, if you are using, what do we call them when we group that all together?
Mystic.
Thank you, mystic
Yeah,
abilities.
mystic.
Then it will only be an up. But basically, the way it's going to work is, hey, I'm spending the possibility on this. You roll, then you'll add the possibility. It's just the easiest way to do it. So, yes, and that has not changed. I am correct. Nice to know that can happen or two, right?
It's going to be more frequent now that you're a game master.
But that I'm correct?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it goes with the territory.
Yep.
It's built in. Why is it that way? Because I said so. I'm correct. I mean, all right. Any other questions before we get started that you guys have for me about any of this?
Nope.
All right.
I assume that where we are and how we're starting will be explained when you jump into Act 1, Scene 1 box text.
Pretty much.
Okay.
How you got to the meeting, how you got where you are, which is, in my mind, going to be Southeast Asia. Actually, not quite. Well, I guess it is technically Southeast Asia. I have you guys, I think, starting in Hong Kong, because that seems like a great place to start for Pan Pacifica. It's on the coast, relatively easy to get to, and yeah, I like it. So,
Well, one question for you, Rod. Do we know each other, or is this going to be a now we're going to get introduced thing?
you will probably have met at this meeting. So we've all just talked quite a bit about your characters. So I think you all have a good idea of who's what and who can do what. If there's anything else that you guys want to do in terms of those introductions to each other, I'm okay with pausing to let you do that.
I'm just curious how much we know about each other at this point.
Only what
Other
you're
than
willing to share or is obvious, right? So I don't think anyone is going to know, for example, that Victor is a spellcaster unless he does the typical Darkholdu thing about bragging how his magic is better than everybody else's. Which, that's up to Lehman, right? I mean, that's a possibility, no pun intended. I would expect anyone who knows anything about the Living Land would understand Zootech is a Gotek because you're wearing dead things.
Wearing dead, yeah. You know, it's bone and hide.
Yeah. So some of that obvious stuff. Connor's dark past, you probably don't know about. Tashiro's psychic abilities, you probably don't know about. Holbeck's temper, you definitely don't know about. Right? For Zero Cool, they might not even realize you're an AI. You probably just seem like some weird dude from the cyber fantasy, to be honest.
You had way too much opium, dude.
Until he failed
that glass
one of those
overlooking your eyes.
Captcha. I'm just gonna pick up somebody's severed finger and use it because we're now anti-heroes and I can do that kind of thing.
Yes, you can. All right.
As far as appearance is concerned, Toshiro would be wearing the typical black silk suit, but you'll notice anybody who pays attention will notice he's got holes or whatever around his knuckle area, and he's always flexing his cracking his knuckles and.
So they should expect to see you grow Wolverine-style claws.
I guess that's the best way they're described. It's the bone spurs.
Mm-hmm. That is legit Wolverine original claws.
That's
apparently
Sabretooth.
Yeah, apparently whoever Sabretooth did the fingernails.
Yeah.
Apparently whoever was doing all the experiments at Konoha was a big comic book fan, and they were trying to replicate things they found in normal comics, and that's what happened to me.
Well, you should be grateful. Toshiro should be grateful they went with Marvel and not DC Comics.
I mean, they weren't quite as dark.
Yeah.
Got a little more character development, at least.
DC?
No, Marvel.
Oh, okay. Okay. But we won't delve into that. Who knows? We might alienate the viewer.
Huge Marvel fan until we started talking about it.
There's probably a 60-40 chance of that.
Is it still 60-40? Really?
So
I don't think it's a 50-50.
Oh, no, it's not. It's absolutely not.
I am going to give you the mission briefing now. Recently, you met with Tony Taga, a Delphi Council representative and Operation Eris operative. At this meeting, he gave you information, a choice, a mission, and several directives. Sit you down. You may have heard rumors of Operation Eris, a Delphi Council initiative where operatives act in deep cover, working for the High Lords. We have no base of operations, no council ID or status, no contacts, no requisitions. Because all of these things risk our cover and endanger our lives and the mission. I would like to recruit you to work as members of this division. It is not as glorious as Hero Division work, but it is necessary for us to win the war. Are you interested?
What's it pay?
Pay.
I mean, man's got to live.
Yes, by your wits.
You paint such a rosy picture.
Yes.
So enticing.
I want to make sure that everyone understands the stakes.
I mean, what is this?
Thank you, Mike. Did you just make that for me, Mike?
Oh, okay.
No, I had it for one of the tribes.
Oh, very nice.
I'm like, I know I did that.
I mean, I'm still not seeing much of the benefit here for us to go, as you put, deep undercover.
Other than winning the war, saving lives.
I mean, somebody's going to win the war. People are going to die either way, no matter how the war goes. So, I mean, little something extra might sweeten the pot.
It may, but I do not have those resources.
Then why?
Don't worry, I'm used to funding my own endeavors.
Excellent. And working in Pan Pacifica, there is much funding to be found. Now, if your characters are not motivated to go on this adventure, do we have replacement characters?
Hey, as long as I got free reign to do what I want without any kind of repercussions, I'm fine.
Well, free reign. We will cover that in a moment.
What do you wish us to do?
Who do we kill?
Allow me. I would expect you to have doubts as to the efficacy of these operations.
Monumental.
Of course, whether you have doubts or not, the Delphi Council does. Your mission will be a sort of referendum on the ethics and effectiveness of the program. We need to know if Eris is a valuable tool or a mistake to be rectified. To that end, if you survive, the opinions you bring back to the Delphi Council will shape the final decision the Council makes about this division. This mission is of crucial importance, then. Now, to successfully insert you as Eris agents, we do need to use agents that are relatively unknown to the High Lords and their minions. Hence, you are here. Your mission, should you choose to accept it,
That always just sound like a TV show I've seen before.
I know. I added that part because I like it. Your mission.
No, that's my character saying it, not me.
Thank you, Mr. Hunt.
Is to infiltrate the inner circle of the fugitive Ryuichi Kanawa. Gain his trust, perhaps even assist him with his plans. I am certain you have questions.
Yes, can you explain that again? There were many words I did not understand.
Kanawa? Why is it going to be Kanawa?
Like and two.
No. Referendum. And...
They want to know if it's a good idea or a bad idea.
Yeah.
We're basically about to justify our existence as the new operative group.
I mean,
let me get this straight.
Governments have been using undercover agents for years. Why are we assessing that now?
What was that you just said, Dan? We're gonna what?
I said the governments have been using undercover agents for years. Why are we assessing that now?
Oh, we are assessing how well it works for the Delphi Council.
Different organization.
The Delphi Council has to deal with some goody two-shoes who thinks that anything like this deceptiveness might be a bad idea and lead to darkness and corruption.
Correct.
Well, it does.
Yeah.
It can.
Sometimes you got to get your hands dirty to finish the job.
Exactly.
Let's see if I get this straight. You want us to go to Pan Pacifica, get close to Kanawa.
Yes.
And help him do whatever he's trying to do. Where's the edge for the Delphi Council?
You will be in a position to feed us intelligence.
Yes.
And whatever I have to do to get there, whoever I have to maim, kill, dispose of, or otherwise assault, you don't care.
Well, if you dispose of them properly, they're not going to know.
If you are asking...
Wait, before you answer that, remember, we're looking for enticements to go do this.
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
You will have to act as stormers, not storm knights, for your safety and mine. And you must not break cover unless it is critically important. If you must break cover, then please do so as unobtrusively as possible, as it may preserve the operation and lives of others. Now, this does mean that you're not bound by Director Sebastian's general directives, which I've just sent to your screen. This is not an excuse to set the world on fire, however. After all, we still need a world when the High Lords are defeated. But you should do what you need to do in order to blend in.
Hey, that's easily done.
Shit, I've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years.
And I'm looking at the demon and the dwarf, going, yes, blending in. That's going to be easily done.
So when we find
the minds
information,
of naked monkeys are easy to fool.
Good thing I'm not a monkey.
Well,
I have heard, but how do we feed you
some naked monkeys are fun to be around. I'm just going to throw that out there.
So when we get your information and we get the circle, how do we get it to you?
Ah, yes. He begins handing each of you a Zuzu, new identification papers, If any of you would like to change your name, he's willing to do that.
I
Help
think
you
I've
with
got an established cover already, so I'll keep mine.
probably do.
And can you give us a brief explanation of how to use these magic mirrors?
Hold
I've
on.
seen people use them before.
I've got a little bit more. He gives each of you a cash card that is loaded with $500 for, expenses, bribes, whatever you need. Finally, he does this exercise where he makes all of you recite his phone number with him until you appear to have it memorized. He doesn't write it down.
How long does he wait for me to memorize?
As long as the other 5 people are getting it, he's
I changed his ID that he's handed me to Ed, the name is Ed Dillinger now.
sure. On completing the exercise, he does say, please try not to call too often. But should you come across intelligence that the Delphi Council must have, let me know. You will have to use your best judgment for what that is.
Another number on the drunk dial list.
Would you put our contact's name in chat so I spell it correctly?
Yep, Tony Taga. I'm actually going to share the mission briefing with you as soon as we're done, and it's in there.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I just know that if I share it, some people are just going to read straight to the bottom, and I don't need to talk.
Did you say something?
Right. Now, unfortunately, we have very little information at this time. We know Ryuchi is in the southern regions of Pan Pacifica. This could mean he is anywhere in Malaysia, Thailand, or Vietnam. To find his exact location, you will have to form a plan and begin your search. So this should sound like very much he's kind of giving you a very broad strokes mission and saying, go. This is going to play very differently from most Torg Eternity scenarios that you're used to.
I am going to have to say one thing.
Yes.
You should kill your barber. Just throwing that out there.
We could make that our first effort if you want.
Rod, this is Robert. Ryuichi Kanawa is now a fugitive.
Correct. So, as a reminder, right? It is, I think, become fairly obvious from information gained during Relics of Power who the real High Lord of Pan Pacifica is. Now, the Delphi Council is aware. You guys, the Storm Knights, may have heard rumors. This is, for some of you, this might be your first mission. Those of you who've not had surgery, Jim. Right? So you may have heard who the High Lord is, but you do know that Ryuichi is no longer the CEO of Kano Corporation. His sister, Reiko, has taken over the company. They've had some falling out, and he has fled and is a fugitive and persona non grata throughout most of, the Pacific Rim.
Okay.
Oh, cool. So we get to help him take back Pan Pacifica. I'm down for
Maybe. You guys are going to have lots of options.
I'm down for that. I have an idea
get back
card.
at the boss lady, then sure.
I also have a leadership, a second chance, and a glory. Does anybody have willpower or ideas that they want to trade me?
Oh.
Only one idea.
Unfortunately, no.
I didn't even draw any cards, so.
You have them already, it looks like.
I was given cards.
Oh, no,
I wasn't.
I thought I did. My bad.
Oh.
And 4, though, right?
Do you want us to draw a Pan Pacifica card?
You may go ahead and draw your Pan Pacifica cosmic.
Za'otek, you want glory or leadership or second chance?
Whatever.
All right.
Okay, you get whatever.
Okay.
I mean, the card literally says whatever. Let's see. Reconnect hero.
We're drawing Pan Pacifica Cosmic card?
Yeah.
Okay. Rod, I'm going to go on and give you mine. Because it occurs sometime this act.
Okay.
Meaning, I like that card.
So, all right. So there's that. That means there's going to be infighting between all of you, since you're the villains.
what it means is a Delphi Council attack or strike team is coming after us.
I mean, if you guys have to kill or beat up or maim some of the guys I've worked with, it's fine. I don't care.
How do you think we get our introduction to the bad guys? By beating up on the good guys. This is all part of his master plan.
I like it.
I did not bring over any good guys.
Should have.
Give me a moment. Any other Cosm cards or other questions before we go?
No, but there is a Destiny card I'm going to play to help us get into contact with Ryuichi. Please excuse me. Ryuichi Kanawa. As having a dark past with a connection card, I can use connection card to contact the villa.
Okay. So we have
I have a connection card.
Understood. We have a little bit of a thing that we're going to do. We'll work that in. Give me a moment.
Okay.
I am going to have on my ID Itami Dono as my new name with a picture of a very typical Asian looking man.
You don't look very typical Asian at all.
Excellent. I've changed the name on your token for you there, Lehman.
Itami, Itami.
I think that did work.
And
Itami.
And Connor is staying Connor because he is actually.
Itami. I can't even spell when I put it in chat.
I changed.
Oh, Tomo. I see it.
I changed Cool's token to Ed Dillinger.
Okay.
What is identification?
It's the name people know you by.
Oh, Zolotech. Okay.
No,
right.
You gotta be somebody not Zolotech, so they don't know that you're Zolotech. You should be Godzilla.
No.
Yeah, why not? Mothra?
No.
Gamera.
I think it's okay if you stay Zog.
Well, I know.
I am Zolotech.
It kind of sounds.
Rodan.
It kind of sounds Oriental.
How about Zarodan? That sounds Oriental. Zarodan-san.
Mm-hmm. Why change name? If you change name, then I not answer when you changed name.
Okay, undercover.
That's okay.
I am not
call you
undercover.
Dwarf. We could just call you Dwarf.
That is me, yes.
Yes. So even if we change your name, we'll just still refer to you as Dwarf.
Is he red?
But I have name.
Yes, but if we have to change your name, we'll just call you Dwarf. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Wait. Let's see if we can do some free association here.
Just call him short shit.
Short
I'm gonna
round.
call me a Shiri.
If we're really working for the Delphi Council and their little Operation Eris club, right?
Yes.
So no, I'm talking to the dwarf.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that's
No. So they have records of us by your name. They know who Zaotek is working for the Delphi Council, and so we got to be bad guys. Zaotek's not a bad guy, but he plays one on TV. Never mind what TV is. So you got to be somebody else to be the bad guy, so they don't know you're really a good guy when you go in. He just keeps going down this rabbit hole, making these extra connections until they're
book or
confused.
something that you can show them.
Yes, but if we want to meet bad guys, won't bad guys want to work with people that they thought were good so that we double agent too?
No.
No, that's not how.
Because they're always double agents.
Hold back. Have you ever seen a play?
Play.
Yeah,
Kids
like
play.
Dumbasses up on stage prancing around in their tutus.
Exactly. No. I mean,
he's not wrong.
You haven't seen anyone like tell stories on stages and stuff.
Make believe.
No.
Bards.
You're a dwarf. No. You're from a fantasy land. You should understand fantasy.
Mages do magic.
Yeah.
Illusions.
Not
there we
prance
go.
Around.
And they got something called bards or some shit in that Isle place you're from. Don't
They
they
tell
tell
stories, yes.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And in those stories, none of those stories you've ever heard have come. Never mind.
yeah. Hobek, don't worry about it.
I think he'll probably be the first to die.
Check.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Don't
No,
let
me not. Me not first. Me kill first.
So are you a Tommy or a Tomo, or are you this Yasharika?
You know, the Yasharichka is what I call Zaotek. It's little lizard in Russian.
I see.
I am. It's me. Don't know.
I tomato don't know.
That is so bad.
That's horrible. It's horrible.
It is, and you should be ashamed of yourself. That's like a Mike level of pun.
Yep.
Which is why you should be ashamed of yourself.
And more possibilities would be handed out if he handed out possibilities.
No, not for puns. Not for
There's
puns.
another
Because he doesn't want to encourage those too much.
Yeah.
It encourages Mike and it encourages Jim far too much.
Oh, I see. I have to step my game up.
Yeah, you don't. You're not in their league. You're minor leagues. They're big league players.
Check.
Big league punters. So, all right. So, there are a few things that I am going to ask you to do, and the first is follow me as we move to a new page. Did I show you the mission? I did. Okay. So, what we have to do, there are a number of things that you guys have to do to find Ryuichi. Fortunately, well, these are going to be a series of skill rolls, and we're probably going to use your contacts to influence some of that, Robert. Right? Okay. Maybe change one of the rolls from one thing to something else or whatever. It is not technically a DSR. We're not going to do this in rounds. But I do have a list of, hey, these are kind of the general skills we're going to use. And I'm going to ask you guys, we're going to have to work together, mostly you, to narrate how you're finding him. We're going to do so using these skills I have in the upper left corner. Right, so something, and I put them in alphabetic order. I don't care about the order. Okay, I put it alphabetic based off of the sorts of things you're doing to try to make it a little easier for you guys to not think, hey, I have to do biology, and then I have to end with spiritual, right? So, how do you want to find Ryuichi using these skills? Let's build a montage for the viewer. Now, Robert, if you have an idea on how you'd like to use the contacts, if there's one of those things you're like, I want to get rid of this and have it be more something like,
Streetwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it kind of, if you want to use the find or to me, the evidence analysis or find could be the first or the last kind of. We either get into the flow or we get out of the flow with that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, my first initial thought was we used find to kind of find somebody that is in his organization. We kind of use first aid or medicine to basically, injure him / make him sick in such a way that basically he then can leave a trail that we can follow using survival to get back to Ryuichi's kind of current position. But I'm not really sure how the spiritual would come in after that. But
well, I mean, I can see Scholar being diffused of, where has he been seen since he was fired from Connell?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Twitter and TikTok and see people going, "Oh, look, Ryuichi's here," and then use Scholar to triangulate where that might be.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
All right.
based on what he would do that wounded, because he's had his pride wounded, and that would be like his spiritual journey back, maybe.
I was gonna say is the biology too is we could go and try to either find a doctor or somebody who may have a medical or a connection down the road, like he's gone to a doctor. So basically follow the path.
Using Jim's idea, if we use survival to set a trap for somebody with poison, and then we showed up and healed them with medicine and got in their good graces that way, that's our into the trust of the organization, and then we use our Liam and Scholar to figure out Ryuichi's spiritual path on where he's gone to meditate and regain his center, and then actually find him or evaluate all the evidence we've gathered to find him.
Yeah.
I
was thinking Scholar might help us narrow down where he is, and then evidence analysis and find would be to find one of his agents, and then we could do what you were suggesting with the trap.
You can just torture them and have them tell you.
Well, first aid, you can do first aid untrained, and I got a mind to 12. So,
right.
And Robert, again, with your connections, if you want, you can use that, and we can replace the spiritual, the sleuth, the biology, right, the handle animal.
Or I think I'm going to hold on to it for right now, because I might need it later to convince somebody.
Okay. So it sounds like so far we're going to, the idea is using Scholar to kind of narrow the possible places where he's been. Sleuthing, you said you're trying to meet someone who may be associated with him.
Yeah.
Correct.
The biology, you said you're going to poison this individual. And then
I think that was
threatening him if he doesn't tell, like, hey, you don't get the antidote.
Or just trick him. That would be my survival to heal him and get in his good graces, so it'll take us get past the gatekeepers.
Okay.
I mean, to me, the survival and the medicine are either, if we go down that road, one of them sets up the trap with the poison, and the other one fixes his poison. Either if we want to go down the dark path, we can intimidate him and threaten him and say, you got to get us through the door. We're not going to give this to you and you die. But that doesn't really, he still doesn't trust us necessarily. We haven't.
Well, this person doesn't now.
But if we approached that from the standpoint of, oh, you seem to be injured, let us help you. And then we fix him or her.
I mean, it depends upon if he's an idiot or not. Because, I mean, people aren't kind. You're not going to help some dude out of the kindness of your heart. If he's an idiot, he might fall for that. So it all depends upon how smart the individual you trap is.
Yes.
So we have to look for somebody's nephew or some shit that's like he's only got the job because he's an idiot, and use that as your way in.
Well, that would be part of the finding someone we can manipulate.
Well, just making sure you get the right one, because
And for hey, is it more likely to work with good and outstanding successes? Of course, right. The better that sleuth roll is, odds are they're gonna think something as terrible has happened to them. Maybe they've caught some sort of disease or contagion or who knows what that only you can help with. And then you said it was probably going to be survival to heal. Target to get that person to introduce you. Ryuichi. All right, so I've added notes. Does all of that make sense for you guys? All of that work there?
Yes.
We're happy if you're happy.
Yeah, this makes sense to me. I can work with this.
Yep.
It's like an occult ritual.
Yeah. Some of that.
We're going to summon the demon Ryuichi.
Now we just have to hope all of our skills are good enough.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm not rolling, so it's fine.
Work out without a problem. All right, so who is going to be taking that first roll? I think Lehman, you had said you were probably looking at the scholar roll there. Am I remembering? Did I hear that correct?
Does somebody have faith?
Yes.
Oh yes, I have faith. I'm a GoTech.
Okay. There we go. Oh,
Well, I mean,
Well,
Lehman
Lehman gets the roll. He does.
yeah, this
okay.
I will assist by not trying to assist.
Ooh, bang.
It was a good right off the bat.
That is a good first roll.
Yep.
That's a good result.
So you're getting kind of the Malay Peninsula from what you've narrowed down. Definitely Malaysia. Odds are, based off of a good success, you can probably even narrow it down to Kuala Lumpur. Right, so you guys, you have ways to get around. It's not hard to get from Hong Kong to Kuala Lumpur. So, on my map, I am going to move you to Kuala Lumpur. Who's going to be doing our, was it evidence analysis to find someone, or was it find?
I can do either of those.
Then go for it.
I'll assist with the find.
Yeah, go for the assist.
Oh, I'm totally assisting with the find here.
Of course.
I didn't help.
I'd expect no less than assistance on find.
Good roll, Mike. Good roll.
That's not good enough.
You're not supposed to be threatening to bite their heads, literally.
All right.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's a much better roll.
And I want that to be outstanding.
I mean, you're probably okay with the good.
Okay.
I would think you're okay with the good. I don't want you to have to throw more resources at that than you necessarily need to.
Okay.
All right. All right. What is next for all of you? Based off of what you guys see there, who's doing the I am giving this guy a death sentence?
I think we move back to zero cool for that. Biology.
Absolutely. First aid. Sure. Because he's just a flesh bag. I'm happy to give a flesh bag. I slip him some raw chicken so he gets salmonella poisoning. Because that's not a problem for me.
Might be a little bit more complicated than that, but sure.
Well, I mean, it's when he's eating that fugu.
He's eating the what?
The fugu fish.
Does that if it's not cut right, you have to worry about it? It's going to cause you problems.
Yeah, with blowfish.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't look so good, pal. You all right?
I'm feeling a little sick to my stomach. I haven't gotten my booster in a little while. I'm kind of overdue for that, I think.
I might know a guy.
That would be good because I think I need it. Like, he turns a little green now.
Oh, yeah. You're not looking so good. Why don't you come on? Let's go.
So you're basically, hey, I'm going to take you if you need. I'm not.
I don't know how we're doing this, so yeah, drag him in the
alley. Here, drink this.
Here, drink this. Yeah. Open up my trench coat. Got something in here somewhere. I'm not the one doing the whole last one though.
Who's doing the survival?
I mean, I don't know that I'm.
I think the GoTech would probably have survival or beast riding.
Oh,
Your mind boost.
I could totally roll for it.
I could.
If you would like
I
to
could
roll.
do. I mean, I got it. I guess I could do survival.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. All right.
I'm ready to hit it.
I don't think you want the GoTech.
No, I don't want the GoTech.
Well, hold on. Bear in mind, he can make himself a genius for this.
Yeah, like I said, use your boost. Save the skill challenge.
I'll totally roll it. Oh, what was that? Oh, here. I'm gonna roll it. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
So how did you guys stop playing the book in the first week again? Oh wait.
We did a hard reset and did different characters.
Do you want to put a survival on that?
No,
a willpower.
I'm using my hyper focus, so I get an up.
Yeah.
Last roll was a 15. So that was a good starting roll.
That was a good starting roll.
Oh, look at that. Anyone want to trade the willpower?
I have an action for you.
An action? Okay.
Yeah. I'll just put it on the table for you, Mike.
All right. You know what? I think... Here, Jim. You'll be my hero.
Wow.
And action gets it up to a good.
All right.
Do we care about getting it higher?
I don't think so. I think
okay.
It's successful. Yeah.
Goods all around.
So he could tell you he's very grateful. He actually, has been working for a couple of different people. Because what you've done for him, he's more than happy to make some introductions for you. And even tell you, if where his friends, all of his friends will be meeting later this evening, in case he'd be more than happy to introduce you. He still thinks he needs to go home and, flush this out of his system, i.e., I need to poop. But he's totally willing to give you an address of the best place where you can go to.
I can help with that. Stop pooping.
I love that. The meme I use for Michael John because he's in the bathroom so much. Anyway.
It's not like you're telling anybody in the internet about your son's pooping issues.
He doesn't have
They're not issues. They're just lengthy. Take that how you will.
No issues whatsoever. So you do have a meeting location, and kind of, actually, give me some sort of profession criminal if you have it. Evidence analysis otherwise. And I'm going to take 30 seconds to go turn that fan on. Boy, it's hot in here.
So if it's mind-based, I have a base 12 because I had to have a 12 to be an artificial intelligence. I have no ranks in any of that stuff. So.
It is definitely a mind-based skill test.
Did you want that from everyone or just one person?
Anyone who would like to.
I'll give you the evidence analysis. I haven't bought Profession Criminal yet.
If you have Profession Criminal...
Well, no, I haven't bought it yet.
You haven't, okay.
I think we're all getting ready to put a skill point in Profession Criminal.
I would drop the D in a little bit.
Where is my character sheet?
Yeah, it's a few skill points I think the first 5 points can be spent on that we're picking up on.
You don't see Connor. Normally I keep them in the player's journal page, but there he is.
Yeah. Oh, no. I had him out. I just couldn't find the window.
Okay.
So, are we just helping?
Nah, So Connor and Itamo, i.e. Victor. This sounds like the meeting from what this guy is telling you and other things you've heard. Sounds like Ryuichi is actually meeting with the Mera Danamas. They are a criminal secret society. And what you guys would know, the three of you, with what you've heard already from this fellow, he's probably, to meet with them, really, they're probably going to be his personal bodyguards, gophers. Um, he's setting up some sort of criminal operation. Sounds like he's going to be working with these folks.
Can you put the name of it in the chat?
Yeah. The Mara Dynamas.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
I did spell it wrong.
I would have pronounced it correctly, but I spelled it horribly wrong.
So you guys all have the location of that meeting where it's to take place, right? Usually it's exactly what you'd expect, right? Abandoned warehouse somewhere. You know, meeting shortly after midnight, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So, is there anything you'd all like to do before you head there? I'm assuming you head there. If you choose not to, well, we haven't played a full act, so you won't get 5 XP. But I'll be off the hook.
Well, I'm actually going to go on and play my connection here because in my dealings as a courier, I have actually met somebody in the Neradan Amos Society.
Mm-hmm. So you already know where they're meeting. What is your goal with the connection card? Because I think I've given, based on how well you guys did with the skills, I don't know that you need this. You know where you're meeting, and you know the time. I'm more than happy.
I was mainly using it. Mainly, I'm thinking of using it as just a way of avoiding, challenges when we come in. But if this other guy has given us the introduction, that'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll he tell them I sent you.
He's getting us past the gatekeepers, so
yeah.
I mean, we're going to have to deal with whatever we're going to have to deal with once we get in there.
Right. Okay.
All right. So, assuming you're heading that way, I need everybody to roll find for me.
Yes. Positive.
Oh, Connor.
Yeah. No.
What do I think about a 14? Do I want a 15?
I don't know. You're setting my difficulty.
Oh.
The answer is yes.
Blair, take a 17 then.
17 my total. Okay. So, because you've used an action card.
Yep.
All right. So I roll.
I've done both of the things that I can do.
All right. So Connor is absolutely getting ambushed.
Okay.
I'm gonna move you back over here.
Deshua rolled a 6, so he is too.
Yeah, all right. So 0, cool, because nobody here has an alertness card, right? Okay.
I do not.
I get a second chance if anybody wants it.
Nah.
Connor, you want a second chance?
No, don't worry about it.
So move Zero Cool forward.
Wait, what?
As
No,
if not
this
surprised.
is supposed to work.
You are not surprised. Well,
not surprised.
Everybody else stepped back.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm going to put you over here if you're looking to be safer. So as you guys are kind of navigating through the rainy city, and of course, it's raining because that's what's on the picture. And okay, you are all, I think, at this point, known criminals, known ne'er-do-wells, and it's possible someone overheard you looking for Ryuichi Kanawa, and I'm afraid that they are going to attack you right now because we'll blame Robert for this.
Heroes attack.
Please.
Yep. And they are telling you as they jump out with weapons brandished to throw down your weapons. You're under arrest. You will be coming with us because you are being attacked by Storm Knights of the Delphi Council. Took me a minute to go get them. And if I recall correctly, I think all of these came out of the tribal mission. I know these second two did. I'm pretty sure Carthon and Dylan did as well. I think you ran those, Mike.
I think so, yes.
So that was a great idea. I liked it. We're running with it.
Okay.
Of course, they are trying to ambush.
Okay.
You will be clearly in this one, Mark, to answer your question. You guys are the villains. Standard encounter, however. There are 5 lights. All Storm Knights.
Oops.
Ooh, that card
Yes.
is power. That card is really friggin' big. So I have 4 willpower tests coming up. Clearly, these guys have been looking for you for a little while. And, well, the weather's not bad. They're all a little tired.
Oh.
And so pretty much everyone except for the this guy, who's very clearly an Aurorian priest, is fatigued and will take some shock. So he will take some shock. He will take some shock. She will take some shock. But him, he's fine.
Can you tell us briefly what we're facing Storm Knight wise?
Yeah, absolutely. So we see apparently there you guys are not the only person, the only team with an aspirant.
I was about to ask if that's a relative of yours at Tomo.
So there's an aspirant. You would clearly recognize someone from the Cyber Papacy. She's probably the one that found you. We have an Aurorian priest. And we have another fellow who appears to probably be Aurorian. It's a very strange team. We have 2 Aurorians working with a demon. But these are the NPCs I had. It specifically say, one of you was like, I would love it if the Delphi Council attacked. And look at me, giving you guys what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a trick lined up for some of these guys. If you guys are picking out targets and somebody's like, this guy's got to go down, let me know.
Actually, you need defenses too, and I haven't given you those. Give me 30 seconds per character, and I will. Because that does not...
Give me a moment to get something to drink.
Absolutely. You have a moment to get something to drink.
Well, my question is are we surprised?
I'm afraid so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's Dylan. Do you see Dylan's defenses now this time?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yes.
So, Joël de Beaumont, give you hers next. Can get these done relatively quickly when I remember that they have to be done. And you guys drop a card on me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Then I forget.
It's all right.
So that should reload her. Clawthorn. What's next? And, of course, Arthurson. Now, you guys are free to do whatever you'd like to them. I'm sure there will be no consequences for anything you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lining up a trick. Hang on a second as I look at...
Well, they go first.
They do.
Oh, okay.
Heroes go first, and then after that, you all will be fatigued. But trick is the approved action.
So they took fatigue because they are Storm Knights, and you guys clearly are not. You're clearly the bad guys here. And so they took fatigue, and then you guys. Oh no, wait, the heroes do go first. Oh no, that's them.
Yeah, that's them.
This may take me a minute, guys, and I've already played it, and I've read it a lot. It's still probably going to take me a minute. You know, clearly, while I do have this guy here, he is going to have to. There's only one person here worthy of his attention. So he kind of, does running, kind of winged leaps, coming towards you, Victor. Because, I mean, clearly, right? You're the target, and he is going to try to bite you in the face.
Okay. He is going to bite me in the face.
I think he did.
Goodly.
That's a good success.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Goodly.
You can be restrained and take 17 damage, which, if I'm reading this correctly, is 2 shock.
Yep.
Okay. And I have not done one of these since in a dog's age.
I hate to say this too. He is wounded 3.
He's wounded.
It says he's
listed
wounded
as -3 wounded.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 17 to hit you.
That is a good success.
Good.
Or sorry, outstanding success.
Outstanding. So I mean, I don't know that the jaw does extra damage because it just says good or better restrains the target.
I mean, it's a BD if it does damage.
Yeah, I guess it does.
It does strength. It's like I would say it's the same thing grappling.
All right, so instead of ouch 17, 24, which is what, 2 wounds and 1 shot?
Yep.
Ouch.
So I'm going to try to soak.
That's a great idea. And of course, I'm also going to give you the grapple token because now he's holding on. And he is large. I did put that into the defenses so you guys don't have to worry about the plus. So you are 1 off, I'm afraid. Gonna take the 1 wound?
No, I threw a possibility, or I'm throwing another possibility down. It just landed wrongly in my...
Yep, no worries. With that, you'll clearly be able to bounce all the damage, so no worries. He still has you, but, instead of biting you hard, he's gumming you pretty good.
It's an aspirant lip lock.
Yep.
That's an image I don't need.
You're welcome.
Just because I think this is going to be funny. Well, he's also been... You know what, though? I don't want to take a chance at hitting my ally. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's the one I wanted. So, I'm probably an asshole for wanting this. He steps forward, holds out his cross, and Hobeck.
Yep, that's only right.
That's only right.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Ouch.
Yeah. That's why I was like, come on, I can do this.
No, that's
you're pretty. That's what is that? Outstanding.
That's outstanding.
But that's a blessing being cast at you. Doesn't that change the numbers?
That is a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Oh, miracle, yeah.
But it reduces it by 4, but that still leaves it outstanding.
Okay.
Oh, it does. You're right. So an 18 against your dodge, is
still an outstanding.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt, Jim.
Oh, jeez.
So 30 against your 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
That whole talk about abandoning these characters and making new ones might be a thing.
No, we're not abandoning him.
I mean,
He's just going to kill them off. We'll have to start with new ones.
We were abandoned. And then Jim never got a chance to roll once because he died in the first scene.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Technically, you're still 3 wounds.
the one character that never rolled a mishap.
Boom! Look at
Nice.
that. Hobeck. Way to go.
One wound, Jim.
I will take it.
I know you will, because you like getting some wounds. Unfortunately, you do kind of get pinned to this car that's behind you. The alarm starts going off. It's very unpleasant. Yeah. All right. Joël de Beaumont. Well, she is, you know what? We have, I see an agent of the Cyber Pope here, clearly. So she's going to shoot it at you, Mr. Dillinger. 13 against...
Standard success, I think.
So only 14 damage, which I think is going to be too shock for you.
Yep.
I know. Jim's like, what? It seems unfair, doesn't it, Jim? What can I say?
No, it looks great, man. I think it's very fair.
No, I recall all the times that I annoyed the hell out of you with that crucifixion, so it's only
That's why when I saw he had it, I'm like, you know? I just needed the roll to justify that I should go after you.
Yeah, I didn't see
nobody
the roll,
but
so
you saw.
I'm just assuming that the roll happened.
No, the roll did happen. I did it on the GM block.
Uh-huh.
So nobody but the GM saw it, so we have to take his word for it.
No.
Oh, no.
The roll.
It's quite simple.
Weighted. He
rolled,
but it was
right. He rolled and said, whatever number comes up is Hobeck's number.
that's how it was weighted. Weighted like a millstone.
I've been waiting so long for this. All right. Well, this other guy, he does not have things built on a sheet, so I need a thing here that's not going to take forever. But that is all that all takes with. All right. Well, he begins chanting and doing some sort of, looks like he's preparing to throw down some sort of nasty spell. I think Zaotek, Toshiro, and Connor, all of you are going to have to deal with this, because clearly he is targeting the three of you with a spell. So that is be a -4 for me. And a 7 against your trick is only mildly successful. So he's got the possibility. Oh, no, he's not actually casting a spell. He's trying to make them die for cover. So a 14, I think, is only a good success against the three of you, isn't it?
Yes.
No, actually, it's just a standard success on me.
Really?
Good to me.
All right. Well, this then is the standard success. Let me flip that over for you. All right. That was the 4 of them. They opened up pretty hard.
Okay.
And
wait, is that vulnerable?
No, stymied, because he was going last.
Okay. The only reason I ask is it's underneath the nameplate, so.
Is it?
Yeah, for my token, it's coming up underneath that, so it's a little bit.
Triangle, not
thank
skull.
you.
I also the berry is gonna be red, and see the skull there typically.
Okay. Yes. Now I see it. Thank you.
No worry. I'll move this up. I will move this up so that you guys can see him better.
Yes.
All right. Better. So go ahead, press the fatigue button. I think for Victor, that's an extra point of fatigue there, isn't it? Because of the magic act.
Yep. And my armor gives me even a +1 more to that.
4 points.
So that's 4 points. Yep.
I am very sympathetic. When I played this with a character who was also from Isle and wore armor, and I had to take 4 points when fatigue came up. And considering I only had 6 shock, it really hurt.
Yeah.
So who would like to go first? I have 2 of you who are
Well, I'm winding up a trick on some things, so.
Of course.
Did they fully surprise us, Rod? In which case we wouldn't get.
No. We get to go because we went second.
Correct.
It's just
Right.
Anyone who was surprised does not get to pull a card.
Get a
Correct.
card. Okay.
That would be me.
That'd be everybody except for
except
Zero
for
Cool.
Dillinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
I'm gonna target. Let's see. I'm gonna target the aspirant and
Parson.
Is it Parson?
Yeah, the parson is the priest
Okay, I'm gonna target them with a trick,
holding him.
and then I'm shooting Beaumont. So I'm -4.
That is correct.
Yeah. And I'm gonna use.
You have the eye.
Huh?
You have the. Did you take that eye for shooting?
I did not.
Okay.
I took Bell Snipe as a simple action for aiming. So
Okay.
I'm absolutely aiming as a simple action on her.
So typically, when you look up aim, to gain the benefit of it, the only action you can do after aiming to gain the benefit is shoot that one target.
I can only shoot one target. I'm only shooting one target.
But you're multi-actioning, so the aim's not going to help you.
Okay. I don't read it that way. I don't see the multi-action problem in there, but that's fine. Then I won't worry about the aim. I'll read it later. My fire combat is lower than my trick, so I will shoot my God meter. I gotta turn lights on so I can see stuff.
Lights help.
Lights do help. I need this to happen. I gotta put that number in again. Oh, that blows. I don't even think I hit her. I think she's got a 10 dodge. Is that right?
Who?
Beaumont?
You are correct.
Yeah, I'm afraid that is not.
All right. Well, the trick is 4 higher, 3 higher. So the trick's 12 on the aspirant and the parson.
All right, so that's going to be a good on the aspirant. What are we making him? Very stymied, very vulnerable?
You want him very stymied, Lehman, to help with your escape?
Yes, stymied.
Okay. Yeah, let's make him very stymied. And we'll make the parson very vulnerable. Because I have a feeling that Obek's going to be looking for some payback here in a minute.
It seems possible.
And I get a card for that.
It does, but as you start to look over at Hobak, you now realize that while he was shot with a crucifixion, he does seem to be enraged and wanting to go for the big aspirant that's nearest to him.
Hey, whatever.
If you can get out.
Yes, that is true. Which is what I will try to do now.
I mean, I thought about going after the big guy, but it looked like a family affair. I'll let the brothers handle it while I'll move on.
Do your thing.
All right, so you are trying to get out, Hobak?
I successfully get out.
You
but
did.
That is my turn.
That is your turn. But hey, congratulations. Getting out of that is not easy. I know.
Yes, you do.
Anybody else firing anything?
I'm gonna
No.
throw up a bless, and I'm going to. Was it taunt? Or rather than who are you going after, Toshiro?
I'm gonna go after the
That guy?
priest. Yeah.
Go after the priest.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to throw a thing in there. I'm gonna throw a taunt on top of the priest, like, you missed. So let's I think we'll see what this number is. Well, that's a good number.
That is a good number.
I was blessing Dex, by the way.
Okay.
Hobeck would be a. Let's see here.
A good
Three
success
less,
is what, 2
three
points,
less
right?
on you. It'd be a good
4
success
less.
for everybody. Oh,
4
4
less.
4
That's
less.
right.
So you're a good success on me.
Actually, 15 is a standard success because
you know what? You know what? These possibilities are made for throwing out
perspective.
there.
Yeah, they are.
And their last roll was a 24. Okay.
All right.
So it's a +1 for Hobeck for a minute, +2 for everybody else for a minute.
Yep.
On what?
Dex.
Parity.
Dex.
Okay.
And that ends up being a +11 to taunt 21. That's a outstanding on dudes. Will make him very stymied also.
So against his taunt.
On the priest.
Yeah, you said that was a what on his taunt?
It ends up being a 21 also.
21. So that's actually outstanding.
Yes.
So he can also be disfavored.
Oh, let's make him disfavored too, because
Yeah, he's like
something
at the mouth, calling you a heathen.
Mm-hmm.
And a pagan who clearly needs to be put down.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Who killed Toshiro?
Connor is going to start assessing the situation around him as he is speaking in Gaelic, and it's going to be looking like I'm casting a spell at the aspirant. So I'm trying to trick the aspirant, and I am using my scald ability to look at the cards.
Okay.
So that's a -2. Actually, -4 because I'm stymied and I didn't put that in. And I'm going to be spending the possibility. So that is a 15. And the reason I did on the scald is I've already dealt with the fact that my difficulty is 12 on here.
Oh, you put the minus in so that it adjusts for 10, 15, 20. Thank you, Robert.
Right. So I get to look at the top 3 cards and reshuffle them.
Okay.
And the trick will be 2 higher than that. So that is a 17 trick on the, or excuse me, it's not 17. No, it is. It is. That's right. 17 on the aspirant.
Okay. You're going to make him vulnerable as well, probably, I would assume.
I'm going to make him vulnerable so that Hoback next time can deal with that.
You actually have an outstanding there, so he is also disfavored.
Okay.
That is for me.
How did you want to do the Destiny cards? Not Destiny, drama cards.
You draw them into your hand.
Okay.
Determine what the order is going to be.
Okay. And I'll be doing that the rest of this turn, and I'll grab a Destiny card since I successfully tricked.
Yep. And I said in the chat, I told you to as well, Mark, if you have not. All right, so Connor's done.
I got one, thanks.
Akamo and Toshiro.
I will attempt to break free of the restraint.
Go for it. I am going to be very stymied.
Now, most of us don't get to draw cards if I remember correctly.
What number am I looking at?
I don't know, because you remember, as a contest, the person trying to change the situation rolls first. Right? In these cases, whoever initiates the contest gets her total first on page 121. So since you're trying to change the situation of getting out of the grapple, you're going to give me a number, and then I have to go for it. The good news for you is I am very stymied, and I am disfavored. So your odds of getting out, I think, are decent, depending on how you roll.
And as you're doing this, most of us don't get to pull cards this round, right?
Correct.
Most of you will not pull cards, right?
Okay.
Are you leaving it at that?
Yeah, I only have one possibility, so...
Okay. So he is very stymied, but he is, I'm afraid, going to keep you in there.
Okay.
All right. And then
Tashiro looks like is charging the parson.
Yeah, as I walk towards him, the claws start to pop out. I'm gonna all out attack him.
Oh, excellent. I like an all-out attack, a good all-out attack.
Eh.
That'll offset the very stymie.
Yes, it will. So it'll make it a +4 to hit. Yes.
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I should have been 4 higher on my attack because I get
13. How close is 13 to hit? Where is he at? That's partially right.
He is at a 9 because he does have a bullwhip that he's trying to kind of keep you out of his face with. So you are 1 away from a good.
You know what? Let's go ahead and go in here swinging. So that was a +4. Last roll was it was a 5. It was a shitty roll to begin with. There you go, 25.
25 is, I believe, going to be outstanding.
Excellent. So I'll roll that. 2BD. God damn it. There we go.
Notice, by the way, he is not wearing like any armor or anything like that.
Yeah.
So he's going to take 4 wounds. And, I mean, he's going to try to avoid taking 4 wounds. He is currently very stymied, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. And disfavored.
All right. He will test for defeat.
Oh, we should keep that secret.
That's a good point. I will.
I'm helping.
I should keep it secret?
You should keep it secret, yes, whether he is defeated or not.
Okay. Well, he goes down, like, blood burbling out of his mouth because he just got stabbed right through here. So, since we're not sure, I'll just do that. All right. I believe that was all of you. Mark, you're pulling a card.
I have.
You have. Good. All right. Robert, which card were you sending me?
This is the next card.
Very nice, because you guys are the villain. All statistics are applicable. Now, the heroes are confused, which applies to everyone, right? To you guys.
Yes.
You guys will go first, but everything you do is favored. But Mark...
And it's that thinner text.
Yeah, I already said all villains favored this round. So everything you guys do will be favored.
And it's a good thing we don't have cards in the pool, except for Mark, because we're confused.
Mark is the only person who's confused. That's not awful, to be honest.
I pulled a leadership, too, to help you guys, so... Okay.
I'm going to have to wait a moment. I mean, you're looking at this guy who just went down trying to figure out if he's dead. If he's dead, what does that do for your status with the Delphi Council?
Don't care.
Oh, okay. We're so deep undercover, we don't care about the consequences. Excellent. All right, bring it on.
What?
I'm putting that on what's her name.
I'm afraid we're around too late for this, so I'm going to have
It's got to be in the beginning?
Yeah, play at the start of this.
Oh, crap. Okay.
All right. So all of you get to go first, and you are favored on everything you do.
I'm just in too much of a frenzy to even notice.
Hold on, Jim.
Oh, and defend and intimidate, by the way, for approved actions.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to intimidate now de Beaumont, and going to be blessing strength.
Okay.
Because that's how I roll. I will be rolling. Should it be favored?
This is it's favored.
Yeah, we're going to be favored.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be. Don't forget the -2, though.
No, because of multi-thread. I ignore 2 points of multi-action.
Ooh, so this is a 4-case contradiction.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, I said. If I'm rolling in comment, I do two things. Hey, that's a little better. So no benefit for Hobeck, but everyone else is going to get strength +1 for 3 rounds. And she is going to be intimidated Only by 4, so we'll just make her vulnerable.
All right.
Good.
Because I know someone's shooting at her.
Yes.
You know,
All right.
Mike, I appreciate that you're blessing, and it's going to be really fun. You're really going to hate it when I get my next perk, which is if a miracle fails on me, you take the the shock.
It's fine. Fine, I don't care.
We're good. I don't care. It's all good. I don't care.
You know,
Oh!
that's the next thing that comes.
Just bear in mind, since you're in Pan Pacifica, might consider delaying that one. Up to you. Your call. Your character. Just, if you want to delay it, probably won't hurt that much. Totally up to you.
Not a problem. All right. In a frenzy, I am going to go forth, and I am going to all-out attack the
assumed as
aspirant who attacked us.
Sure.
The aspirant who
you're
attacked
plus
us.
8 on this. I already have his size built into his defenses.
Yep.
Yes, we'll call that outstanding, and you will not become vulnerable. He's still... Yeah, he is very vulnerable and very stymied. I do not like this.
Yep. I'm making sure that I did not put my damage into my thing yet. So there we go. Alright, there we go. Outstanding, you say?
We do.
Disgusting a bit.
$28. Well, that is significant. I'm going to throw this. Well, he's already stymied. It's going to go away at the same time as the one that's there.
To be fair, I'm re-stymieing him with my damage.
Yeah,
just
going to go away at the end of his turn. At the same time as this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because
they don't last.
No, you're fine.
They don't. They only stack so high.
Yeah. So, all right, a 28. That is delta of 14, which is going to be 2 wounds for me. Do I feel like taking 2 wounds? I don't think I do. But you know what? Screw it. I will. He will take your 2 wounds and piss on you. Why? Because he can. So he takes 2 wounds and 4 shock. He's very stymied. The odds of him soaking are so low. And it's not like I have lots of GM possibilities. I gotta be careful with him, you know? You had your extra damage in there from your wound, right, Jim?
I did.
Okay. Just making sure we didn't put anything on the table.
It's what made my base 18.
All right. We have Ed, Connor, Itamo, and Tashiro.
Anybody going after Top Hat?
Not yet.
Connor is, but if somebody's going to shoot him, I'll wait.
It's not a shoot, so move up into melee. So that's why I'm asking.
I'm going to move up to melee. Do you want? Are you going after him too?
I'm just going to walk up and.
I'm going to then assist you.
Oh, this went away at the end of the last turn, didn't it?
Yeah.
So you're actually going to go up and take the help and help.
Yeah, I'm bringing out my daggers, and I'm going to basically do the help action for Tashiro.
Okay, so I just kind of wipe some bloody claws off on the robe, walk past what's her face, kind of give her a wink, and then
head over to here.
Yeah.
Is this going to be another all-out attack?
No, I'm going to do 2 things: biodensity as well as the attack.
Okay.
Biodensity, is that one of the free things? Oh no, that's a power, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So as I'm walking, he just kind of moves his hands or flexes his fist or whatever you want to call it to kind of feel the strength flow.
Feel the burn.
Let's see.
Go for it, Agent Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I actually don't help.
All right, so.
I don't think you have to roll if you take it as an action. The help action is just a help action.
Remember,
okay.
Robert, you're favored if you wish to be.
Oh, that's right.
Does he have to roll for that though when he takes the help action on combat?
I would probably not make you roll for it unless you were trying to get higher in combat, because
Yeah,
you're
I'm
giving
not
up
going
a
to.
whole action.
Right.
I'd probably be okay with calling it a standard in combat. If you want to roll for it, there's a risk, but
Yeah. Well, truthfully, I would have just taken a standard. So
okay. So you'll have a +1 then, and
Okay.
you're Dan, which is a good thing. Probably. Oh no. Oh,
no. He got a 19.
Yeah.
I didn't see what his stuff is he melee or is he unarmed?
So his close combat defense is a 9.
All right, so it'll be an outstanding.
And you actually got a 19.
Yeah,
because I gave you a +1.
Because of his help, he distracted him at the last moment. Surprisingly.
All right, so let me put the points in here for toughness.
Toughness is a 1.
No. My toughness changed because of the spell.
Ah, I'm not worried about that when you deal damage. Because technically it wouldn't help deal damage.
2. Submit, and you said his toughness is a 9?
8. Sorry.
8.
Let's an extra possibility on that one. Alright, so he is taking 1 wound from all of that. That's not great for him. Alright, so Connor's done. Toshiro is done. You have Itamo and Ed.
I'm planning on shooting the Beaumont.
She is not in combat with anybody.
I know.
It's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Taking your +2. Are you aiming?
I absolutely am aiming.
Now,
I'm
if
not
you
doing
aim,
anything else.
it's going to give you a +4. But
I
you can
know.
always say, you know what? I'm going to aim at her head. Take the -4 to put the +4 on damage from aiming. That might kill her. She is technically, like you, a member of the Delphi Council.
Now we got to get in good with Ryuichi.
Okay.
So I'm just +4.
If you're aiming, you are
at her head.
Then you are only +2.
Is she only vulnerable?
She is only vulnerable.
Oh, okay. See how that works out.
You can be favored.
I think I'll be favored.
I would.
Much better.
That is outstanding. So it's going to be 2 bonus dice. Don't forget to throw the +4 in there as well. Or if you want, I can do the math and add it afterwards.
No, I got it.
Okay.
And I get a 3rd bonus die for the aim.
Only if you have a perk that gives it to you.
Bellevue. Bell Snipe.
The Bell Sniper, do it as a simple action. You need the Sniper perk.
To get the extra BD.
That's what it gave me.
No, it lets you do it. Normally when you aim, you aim on one.
No, I know. If I'm not getting the BD out of it, I may rework this.
Oh no, that's 1 perk away. And I was going to suggest that you take it because it's a beautiful combo.
I know.
Yeah, without the combo, it's not as good.
Yeah.
You have to. Right.
I mean, you're still +4 damage on it because you translate the +4 to hit into +4 damage, and you get a choice each turn for how you're gonna take that. Still pretty good.
What I'm saying, a normal aim isn't good by itself because it's a full action. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
25 is good.
25 is good. 25, in fact, is 16, which is going to be 3 wounds. So I'm gonna throw a second one on that. All right. So she will kind of dodge at the last moment.
Ah.
Yeah, but you guys are burning through their possibilities. All right. I think that only leaves you, Liaman. I assume you're waiting for the end because he's hoping he'd get more wounds and other stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going to attempt the break free from the...
Yeah. Go for it.
Restrained.
17.
How is a 17?
Ugh. I am still disfavored. So not only are you going to get out, but that's outstanding. So you are free to act, my friend.
Okay, so I will take the vulnerable. Ah, man, what's his face is right up there.
Yeah. If you
Hobeck?
your odds of
Yeah,
hitting
Hobeck.
Dylan are pretty high.
Yeah, I'll take a step back and shoot him with my
You are on target.
Fab 11 tactical rifle built into my arm.
Are we favored?
Let's see who's. Yeah, I don't just want to give him shock, so.
Yeah, that would only be probably a point.
Oh, I forgot.
That's a standard hit with a
I
toughness
forgot
of
the
14.
-4, yeah, but I'll try it again with the 4. There we go. That's something.
Yep, that is in fact outstanding.
Okay. Do we? His toughness is a 14.
14. I'm still. I'll take it. Because I'm still stupid, very stymied. Just lame.
And disfavored.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Robert.
All the things.
Yeah, he does have all the things, doesn't he? All right, I believe that was all of you. Why don't you go ahead and pull some cards? You won't be able to use them, but you can pull them. I know what you have coming up in the future. He is very vulnerable, so he's going to just have to deal with Hoberk. So Hoberk, he is going to try to bite you. His very stymied and you're very vulnerable are all going to offset. I'm just going to turn that off, and that is going to be a miss. The good news is after it misses, these two things go away, because those kind of suck. This goes away. This goes away. He lays there unmoving. Cawthorn. Well, what does he have to do? Who is that? Connor and Toshiro, who kind of rolled up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What can he do to you? You know what? He's just going to taunt. He's going to taunt the two of you. And then after that, he is going to move away, which I will make him vulnerable afterwards. And yeah, I think a taunt should work just fine. So a taunt for Connor, I think.
Yes, it is a taunt for me. It's actually going to be a good taunt.
Excellent. You can be vulnerable. And Toshiro, I believe that is going to be outstanding.
Yep.
So you can also be favored. And then, this is going to go away for her. She is going to shoot at the two of you, since you are both very vulnerable.
Okay.
Oh, I totally forgot I forgot to add her thing. And she's going to activate her shield drone as well. I should have done that earlier. I totally forgot she has one. So I'm going to turn a little aura on her that I can see to remind me she's got that extra defense. Yeah, I said she's shooting both of you. So it could be technically a +2 because you're both very vulnerable. I don't think an 11 is hitting either of you, though.
Oh, you're hitting me.
Nope.
Oh, no, I am... No, aren't you? Isn't Toshiro? Isn't your... Oh, your dodge is a 9.
But don't... Well, yeah. I was going to say, don't forget your dex is +2.
Yeah, but I'm wearing armor, so it's still just a 9.
Yeah. And
Gotcha.
your dodge is an 11, right?
13, right?
No, because you have that blessing for
Bless.
dexterity. All right, so I'll miss you, Toshiro. You're taking the base damage because it was only a standard success of 14.
6 less than my toughness right now.
Ugh, that's so sad.
What is that?
Nothing. That is nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
And then she begins kind of moving, behind some things so she can take better cover, like behind the vehicle and her shield drone, which is really what her armor is. This fight is not going well for them at all.
No.
All right, you've all pulled cards. They have all gone. Next card, Robert.
There it is.
Gravity drop. So approved action is intimidation. All of you will go first, and you are inspired, so you may immediately heal 2 shock.
Thank you.
Reality-rated characters armed with one-handed weapons are favored for melee fire combat or energy weapon attacks if you are in melee combat with that target. A little bit weird.
Yeah.
A little kung fu.
Intimidate
Connor is going to try to intimidate Hawthorne.
Okay.
And he's saying, take your dead and flee or join them. And we'll try this. So a 13.
13. That is a good success.
Then I'm going to make him vulnerable, very vulnerable.
So he's already vulnerable.
Oh, make him 1 more step vulnerable and 1 step fine.
That's what I assumed. He looks like he is inclined to grab the parson and beat feet at this point. Fine, but this isn't over.
Damn, why don't I have a nemesis card?
That'd be fantastic. Talk about a hostile work environment.
Yeah, you're not wrong there at all. That's funny.
Totally just toxic.
Yeah. You're Connor. He looks like he wants to get the hell out of here. You are also no longer very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Who's that?
And I'm kind of giving an eye to Shira that, go after someone else.
Zaotek is just going to slee stack his way and intimidate Beaumont here.
What was that?
Slee
Connor?
stack?
No, Connor. So he looks
Connor.
at Toshiro, and I caught nothing else.
Oh, no. He's looking at Toshiro, and it might not convey, but he's trying to say, go after Beaumont or something with his eyes, and his body language.
So when you say slee stack, like other than looking like you don't look like you're in a rubber suit, so I'm not sure.
No, it's the lizard moving forward, going looking at her.
Oh, okay, exactly what Mark was doing.
Yeah.
Like a zombie. Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit more agile than a zombie. Not a lot, just a little.
And definitely more intimidating.
Yes.
Who are you doing that to?
That was to de Beaumont. I believe that's a.
Yeah. That's quite good. That is in fact an outstanding. What are you making her?
Very vulnerable and stymied.
Well, it's going to be 2 conditions in favor.
Oh.
The 3 conditions.
Oh, do I have to do this favored? I don't care.
Yeah.
Very vulnerable is great.
Very vulnerable. This favored.
Yeah, I got to look up her shield drone. I feel it's about to become relevant.
Yeah. It indeed is about to become relevant.
Don't forget to draw your card for Intimidate, Zaotek.
I just did.
Oh, and I also did Intimidate.
Yep, don't forget then. You did. I forgot that you did. See, look at me. What do I know? Mark, are you getting ready to do a thing?
I am, unless somebody's doing something else to her.
Why don't you go for it?
Okay. Let's just shoot her.
If you feel you must.
I must. So how's her shield drone working?
So the shield drone is going to give her a +6 full body armor.
Okay, so it's on her toughness at the other end of that. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're just going to shoot her in the head again. Because that worked out well last time. So that gives me, she's already very vulnerable, so that's 4.
Yes.
So I'm +4.
If you're shooting her in the head, you are +4, yes.
There you go. Shot in the head.
That is outstanding, so you're going to give me the 2 bonus dice.
And I've got the +4 figured in on it.
Yep.
Ouch.
Ugh.
Right through the shield drone.
Yeah, pretty much. Apparently, that was like the slow bullet, because the slow bullet
Exactly.
That's right.
It's a little drill.
Yeah. Is +3. All right. Well, she drops.
You should say something like submit to Malraux.
She has gone down.
All over the place.
Well. So, by the way, Mark, 1 perk away from an extra bonus die on all of those. You're already, like, at the build. That's awesome. Trust me, it'll only get better. All right, hold back Toshiro Itamo.
Toshiro just kind of looks at Connor, shakes his head, says, no witnesses. And
Okay.
I'm just going to reach out towards... I'm going to reach out towards Hawthorne.
No, I'm going. He does appear to want to flee.
He is vulnerable.
He's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Are you all out attacking him?
Nope. I'm not even coming anywhere close to him. I just kind of reach in his direction.
Don't forget that you are currently disfavored.
Force choking him.
What is that target again? Willpower, will mind?
Yes, willpower mind.
All right, so that is a good success. So I think he takes 3 shock, if I recall.
You said disfavored, right?
Yeah, meaning you can't throw a possibility on it. Just because you were very vulnerable and disfavored.
Okay, can't throw a possibility on it, so it makes me disfavored.
Yeah.
Copy
I mean,
that.
you could, but it's not going to get you anything.
Yeah, gotcha.
Just burning a possibility.
So yes, it's going to be 3 shock, and I'm going to keep concentrating.
I remember that power. I have not seen it in a very long time. That is then going to go away, and we have Hobek and Itamo left.
Hobek continues his fury.
Meaning an all-out attack?
Yes.
Okay.
But you're not vulnerable this time.
I am not.
All right.
That is a good success. He will soak. With a really good roll. So
Indeed.
he will not take a wound and 2 shock from you. Lehman, I believe you're the only one left.
Okay, so using that center text, I'm going to step forward, jab my barrel into his flesh, and pull the trigger.
So that will make you favored.
I literally have a one-handed weapon. It is my hand.
I give him the finger.
And you are on target. Oh, actually, hold on. Well, even if you're off target, you're still on target. So I don't need to roll the d20. That all you got? 13? That's going to only be a good success.
Yeah, that'll have to do.
Okay. How much damage are you doing on a good success?
15 plus BD.
Well, bring it on.
Roll 6.
There you go.
I can do.
He's got to be tapped.
He goes down.
Yeah, but he's not dead. And that's fine.
All right. That was all of you. Why don't you go ahead and pull cards? Cawthorn is not in melee, and he takes off running.
You sure about that? Because we haven't flipped a card yet.
Yes, but he
No,
still
it's
gets
his
turn.
He still
It's
gets
his
oh.
turn.
Yeah.
Turn.
Yep.
So he turns and booked it because clearly Toshiro is not going to honor the other guy's request for me to give up and walk away. And he wants to give up and walk away. Are we going to chase him down?
Yes.
I know Lehman is very excited at the prospect of chasing him down.
Why?
No, I'm not going to chase him
why
down.
chase him down?
No.
I mean, sorry, not Zaarok. Zaotak might, just because it's like, you know, prey runs and he's like, ooh.
No, we have other...
No, we've got more important things.
There's prey right here.
I mean...
All right. I will keep concentration, though.
What's that?
I will keep concentration, though.
Understood. Once he gets a certain distance away, it's not going to matter, because a lot of powers you still kind of need line of sight.
Are we out of rounds?
Yeah, we will be. Maybe he's passed out. Maybe he hasn't. Now, each of them had a bunch of possibilities, so I'm going to let you each draw yourself 3 Pan-Pacific possibilities.
Ooh.
And I'm going to take note of the fact.
You have to show us the
you need to let us
possibilities.
have them.
So you'll recall that you should be able to click your token and see where it says POS up in the upper left corner of the screen.
Okay.
So that you guys can get them yourselves. You click that button, and it'll say number, click down to 3, and then what type, and click down to...
We're getting Pan Pacifica, right?
PB. Mm-hmm.
So that you can go get them.
So as quickly as I can, I'm going to zip over to Beaumont's body and begin rifling her pockets. But what I'm actually doing is trying to see if she's dead or can be saved.
I'll rifle through the priest's pockets, get his ID at least.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
His eyes are open. He's not blinking. The parson is dead.
I'll render first. Go ahead.
Oh, go on.
That's what happens when you try to crucify people.
Well, yeah.
There we go.
I'm just going to give her first aid. If she's not dead, I'm going to give her first aid and take something that she has.
Okay.
So it looks like I'm stealing from her, rifling her pockets, taking gear, whatever. And cover the fact that I'm trying to make sure she's not dead.
Yeah, I mean, she's got 3 drone emitters. That would be unfortunate for her if you stole them.
Yeah,
While they're doing that, I would like to cast a spell.
Sure, what's that?
I would like to cast Disguise.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I know that we don't have master plan in our pools or in our card bases, but Connor is going to go, we're working well as a team, and I am going to try to inspire.
All right. Hey, Lehman.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that you're going to do that disguise when you guys are walking away from here. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So we'll put a pin in that result because we're going to change scenes in a second.
That's the other reason why I'm doing this.
And to be like, great, you're disguised. Your disguise is ended, and it's the same.
I spent a possibility for that. So.
Yeah.
Is she dead, Rod?
No, de Beaumont is not dead.
I'll tell you to grab her ID anyway, if she's got any on her.
Absolutely. I'm going to leave her 1 drone emitter, hidden, so it looks like I just took what she had.
Understood.
Because that,
Right. Did everyone get their possibility from the Inspire?
Yes, the one.
Yes. Just
Yeah,
one base.
Since nobody had a master
part
plan.
of this is I want to make sure Lehman gets some extra possibilities.
I mean, he got a couple. I think he's probably doing okay. Probably.
Yeah.
Burn through all of them in the first scene, dude.
Yeah, but then you got 3
Pace
more.
yourself.
But then you got 3 more, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be well.
All will be well. All right. And then we're gonna call it a scene, and then I think we can do our break.
Sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far. We'll be back in about, say 10 minutes.
So you want to do the card thing when we get back? Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll do it when we get back.
All right, so we are back from our little break, and we get to see what kind of issues we get to deal with of this aftermath.
Yeah. So we were about to do the card thing.
Yeah.
I think that Connor and it should be a 3. Victor should be a 3. Mark, you should draw a card back to 4. And then
I'm going to discard if that's okay.
yeah, we're going to recycle in a moment. All right, so let's recycle.
All right.
Oh, hey, look at that.
These maelstroms are coming from 2 different people, I assume.
That is correct.
Yep.
I'm not even going to ask. I know better. All right, well, let's go ahead, draw some cards, and we will get back into it.
Alrighty then.
Lehman, what is Victor's disguise at the moment?
My ID.
Oh, okay. The nondescript Asian man.
Yes.
And you had a good success, so
it should last the scene instead of a little bit.
I begin to take note of the conversations around us, Rod, just the general conversations of everyone around us who is a nondescript Asian man.
Mm-hmm.
And record snippets.
What was it you said he looked like when you're? Did you say you were like a short or something? Short guy? Older fellow, mid age?
Who?
You.
Me?
No, Victor.
No, Victor.
Oh no, I'm just probably mid-20s, just plain Asian-looking guy. I would not present myself as yet as somebody old and flawed.
Of course not. Of course not. Okay. Would you like a flippable token?
Yeah, I should have made a picture, but
I found one.
I think Rod's got you hooked up.
It'll take me a minute. Oof. Totally have to get rid of that. Forgot to get rid of the rollable tables that were already on here that I don't need. All these weak tour. 8. I'm going to delete that one. Takes a minute. All right. Are you guys all done with what you needed to do?
Correct.
Well, that's the disguise token. And next, it's downloading. There it goes, the disguise. And the other is, there you are. What did I call that one? Victor. All right, now if I can get this to work, we'll hit. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Token. And this represents Victor. All right, you guys can clear out your shock.
Done.
Oh, good. And our decks, those decks and strength bumps are gone.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm afraid that.
Yep.
All right, if you'd like to drag your token back out to the tabletop and delete the one that's there, you should now have access to flip it. There you go. So it'll still attach to the wounds and everything else, but you can now go back and forth. I basically just found mid-20s Asian man and looked for like the most nondescript. And I'm like, yeah, dude standing in a hoodie. He's not smiling. He's just kind of like this face of like, I don't know what to do. Like, that's perfect. No one will ever remember you.
All right. Does somebody technically have first aid?
I mean, I have it. I can do it.
Before you
Would
do,
you like?
you are going to hear police sirens because, you know, gunfire.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying we do it here. I'm just asking.
So we're moving away.
Oh yeah, we're moving away.
Yes.
Who would like to roll stealth?
I can.
I'll
I have a
assist.
stealth 10.
I can assist with that.
I will attempt to help you.
I'll assist.
I won't assist.
Boom, 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 boom. But hey, that's not awful.
That's a good assist there.
That's not great. That's meh.
So I only get a what? +1 on this?
I'm waiting to see if there's one other person who's not rolled to help you.
I don't think I have a concept of stealth.
Apparently neither do I.
fair.
You have a concept of hide, though.
Yeah, hiding is different.
Hiding is so you can ambush someone and eat them. So
Okay,
Rob,
fair.
with a +1, your difficulty is a 14.
Okay, I'm gonna have to spend the possibility.
Here's the thing: you're going to be able to get away regardless, even if you fail. It's just going to take a little bit more time than you're going to have to administer first aid afterwards.
Well, no, I'm giving you a possibility.
Okay.
And I'm using that because that something happens.
Second chance, is that one of those?
I've got a second chance card.
Well, yeah, but
it can
using
be used.
Persuasion, stealth, or trick.
Trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can second chance your stealth roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was thinking.
Start from scratch, and then the possibility goes on top.
Well,
go for it.
Oh, so the possibility counts as a second chance and a possibility?
If it's used for those specific skills, yeah.
Nice.
Right, that's why getting 3 of them, I was like, that's pretty good. I don't
Yeah. No.
So I get to add the possibility on top of that.
Yes, you do.
And so that's 1.
That's probably going to be more than sufficient.
Yeah. So 20.
Oh,
Outstanding. You can very easily blend in, no problems whatsoever. You are free to do all those first aid rolls. No one's going to bother you at all. There's a bit of breaking and entering, probably.
Pair that I did before.
I have lockpicking. We don't have to break anything.
I have lockpicking too. So.
Same here.
I have an untrained 12 on first aid.
Go for it.
All right, so who's that?
Who's
Hogarth?
I am wounded by 1.
Bah.
Do not
Basic bonus?
Basic bonus will get you there.
I got an action.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, Jim. Your wound has been healed. Were you the only person wounded?
I believe I was going to say, I was the only one that took a wound. I think everyone else fully soaked.
Did I tomato take one?
Lehman.
No, he soaked it. Lehman soaked him all
I
over.
soaked it. I spent
It's
2
why it went from a
a
big bite to a big gumming.
That's right. Okay, cool.
All right, well, you guys know where you are. You know where the warehouse is. And Ryu Chicano is supposed to be meeting the Meradan Emas there very, very soon. I assume that's where we're going to go.
Yeah.
yes.
That's the reason we're here.
Yep.
Okay, now.
Yes.
No, I'm talking to everyone. So guys, gosh, I've lost the accent again. When we get there, I in this area of the world, I can easily see someone attacking. To show our loyalty, let's make sure we keep Kanawa alive.
I kind of think it would be a great Delphi Council use of Eris agents if we put a bullet in his head.
I mean, we're sent here to gain his
That's
trust, and I think keeping him alive
there
would be
to
a good way to do so.
we're there to get his trust and get
Yes.
information.
Yes.
Kill him later.
Well, I mean, yes. Once his usefulness is done, we can go ahead and put him in a pine wood box,
Okay, fine.
or as you Americans tend to call it, cement shoes or whatever they do.
Americans?
Yeah, you know those Americans over there. They talk about putting cement shoes on them before they throw them in the river.
He's
Oh, I
clearly
see.
pointing to the Adinos.
No, I'm speaking out in general.
Ah,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think we have any Americans with us.
No, I
Probably
don't think
not.
there are. Yeah, well, the Adinos is probably the closest.
yeah. I mean, he's an immigrant, but
No.
he's still an American, right?
No, not even close. Your definition of an American is way off, guys.
Well,
What is America?
Jim, if you play or GM Fall of Highway 41, if you GM'd it, where did that XP go?
Right. I did GM it, but that XP went to a different character.
Yeah, that was Darby for
Shame.
me.
Okay. So we'll make our way to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Periodically on the way, our nondescript Asian man says things.
Like what?
Whatever I've been overhearing from nondescript Asian men saying on the street. I'm using my trick ability to practice throwing my voice to make it sound like, and using the cyber ham to make it sound like our nondescript Asian man is talking.
Got it. Why don't you guys go ahead and when you get to the warehouse, it's clearly in a bad part of town, abandoned warehouse, right? There's like chains around the fence, sign "Do not enter." I mean, presumably that's what it says. I don't know if this is anyone's, if Thai is anyone's native language, but what would you all like to do?
Look around for anyone to talk to.
Give me a find roll.
I knew you were going to ask for that.
Mm-hmm.
10.
I'll give one as well.
That is not a success.
Looking for your typical.
Are we all throwing it out there, or just him?
I mean, I would suggest you all do, but up to you.
If need be, I'm going to spend the possibility, but
I'm afraid Zero Cool, that's also not a success.
Really?
Yeah.
okay, here, I'll go on and spend the possibility,
All right.
and let me get back up to mine.
What you're saying is I didn't have a chance.
Not with a 1, Jim.
Yeah, you know I'm going to roll them all now, right?
All right.
Just we're all going to be clear about that?
Yeah.
Tons of ones this act.
Oh,
this
no.
entire
Here-
book.
So, Jim, would you like me to give you my expectations?
Sure.
Mike's character is going to transform before yours does. And when it happens, you just heard everyone giggle. You're going to hear them howl with laughter. Even though they're ready for it, mentally, when it happens, they're going to lose their shit. It's going to be funny.
They might not if it happens today because they've had enough laughter come out now. But when it happens again in a couple of sessions,
Oh, yeah,
and they've
gonna be a couple
forgotten about it
sessions.
now,
Yep.
that's when it'll be
No,
Mike, do you already have a
from now.
transformation?
It can be 2 minutes from now, and it's going to have guffaws because
Oh,
we
yeah.
were saying, "Oh, it won't be as good." Yes, it will.
Mike, do you already have a transformation character sheet ready?
What? Why would I have that ready? having a starting character who has a basically a rolling 4 case.
I don't know that ready is the right word. Maybe planned?
No, ready was the right word.
Ready was the right word. Yeah. I actually
ready, drawn up,
I
already shown to Rod.
I'm working on the second option just in case. Like, which way do I want to go? Do I want to go that way?
I got transformation options ready.
Yeah.
See, Jim, this is why I said it's going to be hysterical no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if it doesn't happen, it'll be like,
okay,
you know what?
It's hard to do.
Maybe transformation is not the danger in Torg we all thought it was.
And of course, folks, he did not, in fact, transform.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not yet.
No,
I mean, Jim.
No, yeah, I didn't. I didn't cheese it as much as I could have. But
definitely, Jim. That's why I was asking if I could do the double martyr, because I was going to use the other one to transform you as I died. No luck. Sorry. See, I had your best interests at heart.
That was a little much cheese there.
And but you said no, so it wasn't a problem. All right, on your 17 find, Connor, you'll notice there are a bunch of folks moving around, and it looks like they've all taken up positions where you guys could walk into this warehouse, and if you do, you'll be walking into an ambush.
All a bunch of nondescript Asian guys.
There are lots of nondescript Asian guys, sure, and a couple of nondescript Asian girls. I'm going to use the same token for all of them.
I'm going to point them out to my colleagues.
Yeah.
Do they appear to be ready to ambush us? A general ambush? Can we tell?
General ambush. Well, you only had a standard success. You'd need a couple more points to make it a good success, and then you'd be able to tell. Did you have a basic bonus to throw to that setting?
Let's see. I don't, but I will be willing to trade.
Finds a mind.
Does anyone have a willpower?
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it.
Well, here, why don't you... I'm going to drop a hero down so you can use that.
Okay, and then I will give you this.
It's like a big basic bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I will do this again.
Oh, better.
And...
I mean,
that's a 21.
All right. So that is definitely going to be a good
this
success.
says I just need to hold it for like... Sorry, I was talking to...
The Deidre?
Anyway.
Okay.
Yep.
So you would suspect, since you are not, or you would think since you are not expected, this is probably an ambush for Konoha himself.
Right, that's what I thought.
Right? So he may have been planning on setting up some sort of meeting, but clearly he's about to walk into a trap where he's betrayed. But these guys definitely know stuff.
Oh,
right?
let's wipe them out.
Toshiro, why don't we start taking some of these people out, but we need to keep a few alive to talk to.
So are you guys all going to give me a stealth roll, a group stealth roll, and try to ambush them? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Yes.
So, how many do you want to kill?
All minus
I
one.
guess the better question is how many do you want to leave alive?
Who?
To make it look good, we probably should have Konoha here to see that he's going to be
want
betrayed.
to take them out now.
We'll take him out now. He comes up and we did him a favor.
What you do is if we
he
can do
won't
it
know we
quietly,
did him a favor.
if we
Sure
do
he
it
will.
quietly
Yes,
enough,
we will when we show him the head.
we do it quietly enough. When they spring, shit.
So
When they spring their trap, only 2 or 3 of them will jump out to do the trap. And we're like, wait a minute, where's the rest of the fucking group?
But if we ambush them, we have to be very quiet when we ambush them.
Now, bear in mind, since we're all talking about this plan, the DN is probably going to go up a little bit.
I understand.
Yeah,
Because, right?
I'm helping with the stealth.
Yeah,
All right.
Who's rolling the stealth?
I don't know,
roll
but
with stealth.
Zero Cool helped.
I'm helping.
I'm helping.
I'm shushing Zaroth.
I have helped.
I have not, but I didn't hurt.
Help there. I see help there.
No
I'm
help from
rolling.
Hero.
Zaotek. I'm gonna call him Zaroth for like
I keep
first
doing.
3 acts.
Sorry, Mike.
Just let me know if I need to change my alias.
To Zaroth.
That's helping.
Pretty much. That's helping, right?
And I think we've already said that generally Victor's like, yeah, that's not me.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is my bonus and my penalty?
You have a +3. The DN
Okay.
is 15.
Okay.
You have no penalty because I find it easier to adjust the DN than do the math that way.
That is quite all right. I'm not going to re-roll, but I am going to give you a possibility to increase this.
All right.
So I'm. Why am I not hitting mine? Okay, there we go.
Pro
So-
tip: when you eat masala spicy chickpeas, don't rub your eyes. Ah,
Yeah, that's not
How
good.
spicy?
not,
Okay.
but they have spice on them.
I have a good success.
Mark, I'm very sympathetic. I was cooking breakfast and I had hot sauce in it. It spattered out of the pan this morning and hit me in the eye.
Oh, dude.
I was like,
Yeah.
The worst.
don't worry, Mike. I'm not having a stroke. And he's like, nah, I saw the pan.
Yeah, I'm not having a stroke.
No, I said I'm not.
I know.
All right.
Men of a certain age, you got to preamble that.
Yeah. So you guys are going to be able to ambush them. So first, start by putting a card in your pools. I'm gonna put all of them to there. There are a bunch of these guys, and they're all kind of generic. Because, mooks. You guys are definitely, I think you guys are, what do you think? I think you guys are a little bit more badass than they are.
I mean, yeah.
So
I feel like we would be on the villain line.
That's what I'm thinking. So you've ambushed them, so their turn is now over.
Are we villains or heroes?
We're villains.
Villains.
No, you're going to be villains.
Okay.
And,
So we don't get the center text.
Correct. You don't get the center text. But you will, however, be fatigued. The approved actions are maneuver and taunt. And you see a couple groups of them, and they set up like this nice crossfire where they could either kill someone or easily capture them if they get the jump on them. Which, assuming you guys are kind of coming up from behind, clearly they're not about to do. So, who would like to go first?
Well, Connor is going to assess the situation.
Meaning you're going to play Scald?
Scald.
Yeah. Scald was only 2 cards, though, not 3.
No, it's 3.
It is 3?
Yeah. Because if I get the outstanding, I get to get rid of 1.
Remember, I like trick.
Yeah.
A lot.
I really do want this to go off, so I will give you another possibility.
It did go off. Standard. Does the standard let you reshuffle?
No, I have to get to good. So, I will do that. I have no modifier. Okay, so I now have an outstanding, which means I can get rid of 1 of the cards.
Does it say you can, or are you required to? What they required? I don't remember which one it is.
I think it's required.
Thought so.
I
mean, it's hardly ever going to matter where it's like, here's a good card, here's a good card, here's a good card, where you're like, really? I got to get rid of 1? There's always.
I'm just pulling up the book to double check.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's an outsider, right?
Yeah,
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and an outstanding. Look at 3, discard 1, and place the other 2 back on in any order. So.
Okay. Okay, So I'll draw 3 and go from there. And other people can go while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'll cast or attempt to cast cryo bullets, the shock rounds.
Okay. This is where you can be ready to shoot the crap out of them.
Yep.
We all took our shock from fatigue, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, but will.
So that's a standard success, so it is. Or yep, it's active. They will do 2 points of shock more damage.
Okay.
I'm
That's gonna be annoying.
Okay.
I'm certain I'm the only one that's going to
discarding
benefit.
this one.
Kung Fu, you sure? It would attack and defend.
Yeah, but heroes get to go first, and
There.
I have a feeling they have unarmed combat.
Let's see.
The other 2 are just more fun.
They all do have Kyogos, but you do see that their unarmed defense is higher than their melee, so probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it'll let to hit them at all, right? All right, so Victor is done, Connor is done, or actually it says Itamo there. Did you change the name again yourself? Or did I
No.
pull?
Well, his disguise ended when combat began.
I pulled over the wrong.
No, it lasts a scene.
Yeah,
okay.
That's now.
Yep.
It's that same scene where you cast it.
Yep.
I think
doesn't look like
a token.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, you probably copied it before. Made the new one.
I copied off of it's fine. Excuse me. All right. So Fists of Fury. The remainder of this scene, unarmed combat, is favored for all of you. Only you.
Good, it says player characters and not good
I
stories.
I double checked it before I put it out.
Not heroes, yeah.
I'm going to send that to the back, and I'm going to kind of put that over here so that we'll all remember it.
Yeah. Zaltek is going to look at a group of 3, taunt them, and bless dexterity.
So taunting 3 and blessing dexterity, so -6.
But I ignored 2 points of that, so -4.
Because of your multi-thread.
Well, because of the multi-thread, yep.
Okay. Hey, look, you did not disconnect.
I did not.
And in fact, your taunt is a good success.
So we'll make that group very vulnerable.
Yeah.
If only we could get to outstanding.
This whole group.
I can get to outstanding if we really want to.
Well, outstanding if they have no wounds is players call and they're gone.
Where's my little?
Now, can you? Because the delta between 23 and 33
You only need 4 points.
is 2.
Well, I need 3 points for taunt. But yeah, it's not the 33. It's only a +2, so odds are it can happen.
Right.
Okay. Figured it was worth a shot.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's Rod's got the math right.
You got 6 possibilities, though.
And let's see.
And the card in your pool. So
Yeah.
anyone has a basic bonus in their pool, they may be able to help you out.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see basic bonus.
Yeah. I think we're still good. So then on the blessing with a +8.
22.
That goes to 22. So
For everybody but the dwarf.
yep,
So what do we get? +2?
+2 dex for a minute, unless your name rhymes with Bobeg
Rhymes with
egg crew.
And that is drawing you a card for the taunt.
Correct.
All right, who would like to go?
I think I'll save that group. Well, you know what? No, I'll go ahead and move to a different crew. Quietly go all out and knife them all. I mean, stab them all or claw them all to death.
Yeah, I've always had an issue with doing an all-out attack against multiple people. I don't think the rules should allow for that. It doesn't say they don't. It just says you can all-out attack and be very vulnerable. But I think it's worth thinking about, Liam. And
Yeah,
I
just
mean, you
so
got
it'll make it a
limbs.
what's that?
You got 4 limbs and a head.
Understood. But the general idea of Torg Eternity is if you can't pay a cost, you don't get a benefit. And when you all-out attack someone, you become very vulnerable. You don't get any extra very vulnerable for attacking the second and third person, which means technically there's no cost to doing so. So it should be limited based off of that general principle.
You get a cost based on the additional attack, -2, -4.
That's the additional attack, not the additional all-out attack. The all-out attack of +4, I'll give you against one guy, but I don't think I'm going to give it to you against all 3. Because, again, there's no extra cost. Yeah, you're still probably taking these guys out.
We can probably discuss it.
So it's a good.
No, that's how I'm going to rule it.
Oh, okay.
He's not
Right.
brooking a discussion. He's just saying this is how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was saying for
Yeah,
later
no,
on,
we'll talk
too.
about the rules and stuff afterwards, but that's
Yeah.
how I'm going to roll going forward. I think I even said like 2 or 3 years ago, I'm like, it should be this way. And over time, I'm like, it should totally be that way.
So before rolling with a good success, that's going to be an 18 on damage.
So an 18 on damage, you see their toughness is a 7. So they go down. And you're not very vulnerable because I see you didn't take the plus. So
No. Leave the very vulnerable on there.
Oh, okay.
Because I did.
He attacked 3 people,
And I didn't
attacked
put
save.
I didn't put it on the first roll.
Yeah, because I don't know how you're going to work that math when you get one roll to attack all 3 guys and the very vulnerable the all-out attack applies to the roll.
Yeah, it'd be like, all right, so you have a 19 on the first guy and a 15 on the other 2.
Yeah.
So you have 1 outstanding and 2 goods. That's a piece of cake.
Hence why I went with the good. On a good success, it's an 18.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you were taking them all out probably. What's your base damage?
My base damage right now is 17.
You just have to hit these guys.
Okay.
This is a piece of cake for you. Right? Because you can see what their toughness is on the defenses.
I see it.
Yeah. Hobeck and Ed.
You want to take out the guys that are very vulnerable or no?
You can go first, and I'll choose based on that.
No.
Well, okay. I'll tell you what. I'll shoot at all 4. Oh, that's 3 of them over there, right? Yeah, that's 3. I'll shoot at the 3 mooks.
Did you get a silencer?
So that's -4,
No silencer.
+4, so it's a wash. Did I look at them? I did look at them. And I didn't pay attention when I looked at them. Where'd they go?
Where'd who go?
That's a standard hit mark.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, you're 1 off of a good. No. 2 off of a good. My bad.
No, their dodge is an 11, so yeah, 2. You're right, your math is good.
There you go, 21.
Which guy were you shooting at?
All 3 of these guys over here that are very vulnerable.
Ah, okay. And how much damage are you doing with 21, which is outstanding?
17.
All right. Well, they won't have to worry about the taunts at all. That was Mr. Dillinger and Hoback.
I will attack all 3 of those.
So a 16 is going to be a good success. How much damage are we talking, Jim?
17 minimum.
All right, so they're down. Ugh, this is going real fast. I think that's everybody. Robert, you want? Pool cards. Everyone's already taken the fatigue. Robert, you want to go ahead and drop the next
Yep.
card?
Here's our next card.
So trick tests are favored. I think you put that out because somebody told you they like trick.
Yes, I did.
So they're going to go, and then our guys here don't have to worry about the surge. They'll ignore that. But, well, you guys will all go. Defend and maneuver.
Yep, I'm going to put this out so that anything can be done.
Okay. Proved action is any.
And I will move up to the next 3.
I have sad face.
I mean...
actually, Tashira, before you do that, I am going to try to... Trick and maneuver. The 3 people that are on you, 2 of them I'm going to try to trick, and 1 of them I'm going to try to maneuver. Now I'll roll it on my maneuver.
Since it changes this to an any, I don't think you're going to draw 2.
Oh, no. Okay, that's right. So, sorry, I forgot that we just changed it to an any. So I'll just trick all 3 of them.
I figured you might.
So it's a -4.
But
I mean, trick is still favored. I just made it to where you can get a card for doing it.
Right. I'm going to use favored.
I assumed as much.
No, I do not do it. So.
No. All
right, I'll trick. I guess I'll trick that crowd there.
Same 3. Going that Tashiro's probably going to go eviscerate.
Yeah, something like that.
That is an outstanding. So, yeah, you do that. They die for cover, and they have exited the building.
That's how you trick people.
And that throws you a card.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Dillinger is done, and Connor the Irishman is done.
All right, so I guess I'll move up to the next 3.
I think this is like the second or third.
Them alive.
I think this is like the second or third Irishman I've seen you play. The second I've seen you play in Torg Eternity, Rob.
Oh yeah. I based him off the one I played in your home game.
Did you? Okay. Because I was gonna say you must like your characters because I noticed you don't make any of them gingers.
Oh. I actually just had this picture from another game.
I'm just being a smart ass because
I know.
Me, but
because gingers don't have souls.
No, we don't.
And they're short.
No, they're not.
I've seen your son. He's not. All right. Victor's out of tech, Toshiro, and Hoback. Toshiro, you were just going and killing some guys. Who was that you were doing? The next 3,
yeah,
basically?
the next 3 up. I figured we leave 3 to jump out and try to do the. I guess gunfire's already going to throw that off, so never mind.
Yeah.
No, remember, we need surrenders.
Alright, so 17, good success. So there you go.
I've already taken them off.
Yep, I just went ahead and finished. The first roll didn't hit, so.
No, it did not. That's a good point.
We have to offer them. They have to offer them an enticing deal: surrender and die.
Don't forget to draw your card.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So
3.
I guess the. Go ahead,
I will go over there, and I will swing at the 3 of them with my great axe with the flat side of the great axe to knock them out, so that we can take them prisoner.
Okay. Do you want to only do it to 2 for somebody who hasn't gone can earn a card?
No, you're good. Do it.
No, you're good.
Do it.
You don't lose cards when you transfer, Mike. You'll be fine.
All right. So. Oh, a 10.
10 is still a miss, isn't it?
It is.
By
You
1.
gonna be vulnerable?
Would you
So
like a
I have
Turn a possibility into a card.
Would you like a second chance?
Ugh.
Would you like to turn a second chance into a different card?
I'd rather keep the second chance in the party.
Yeah,
Okay.
No one has
just suck it up. We got this. This isn't. A,
But yeah.
Okay.
We have Tech and Victor left. What
It's
you
fine.
got?
I'm gonna throw some intimidation at him. I think.
Okay.
Don't make them all run.
I'm gonna look at one of them and just say, "You should surrender now."
This one.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, grinning with the toothy grin.
So, and against intimidate, that is technically only a standard.
That's only a standard. Well, we'll make him vulnerable. So he's the one who's gonna die.
Yeah, still get you the card, Victor.
Yep.
Are you shooting at all of them?
I wouldn't hit if I shot at all of them.
You might.
So I will shoot at the vulnerable one.
You're gonna take the rest as thralls, right?
Sadly, you're on target.
+2, not a
See, Dan, the secret to not being shot when you're a dwarf in melee by your friends is to not have a helmet.
Jim, the game is still young, and I do have a pistol.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry. He's not any good with it, so even if he shoots you in the back, it's not going to hurt.
So that's 15 damage with a +2 shock bonus.
Yep. Oh, no, he's down. Actually, with your scope, you could have shot at the second one for free. Now that I think about it, right?
Yeah, but, you can't shoot non-lethal.
No, but now there's 2 left. There only would have been 1. All right, that is all of you.
Yep, true.
Everyone who was successful has drawn a card. Hopefully all of you have pulled a card.
No, I haven't.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
All right. One of them is going to do his best to kill you, Hobeck.
Okay.
Ambitious.
So, yeah, I mean, basically that guy right in front of you, he is holding the trigger down. Actually, long burst is technically better than +4, isn't it? Is it?
No, it's
long burst is the +4.
But that is a long burst.
Yes, it is a long burst.
It is the burst.
Not me. It's not me.
So much. It's so much.
Oh, it's not me.
It's the burst of bursting.
It's the burst.
It's the burst of.
That's right.
You are outstanding with that roll.
Yeah, a 20 against you, I think is.
You're outstanding.
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 So 23 damage for you is what? 2 wounds and 4 shock.
It is 2 wounds and 4 shock. Because of where we are at the moment.
And you call yourself a dwarf.
He is. He's the dwarf who likes taking wounds.
Just not 2 at a time at this particular moment.
And you don't.
You did not.
The
other one, she is basically like, nope, I'm out. And she kind of is going actually out a back door. Because you guys are outnumbered 3-1, and there's 2 of them left.
We're good bad
So
guys.
she's smart.
Bye. Yeah. All right. Robert, you want to drop that other card, or do we want to? Does one of you guys want to call it?
Well, if we can take him prisoner, we'll take him prisoner.
You can take him prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'll just walk over and knock him out.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Robert, why don't you go ahead? This is for the remainder of the scene. This is going to stay on the board up here. So, if you want, thank you. So, yes. I assume that, you capture one of them, the other one you knock out or kill.
I'm picking up one of their guns.
Of course.
Their SMGs.
Yep.
Do they have any for weapons or anything?
It's a Kyogo T11.
And it's the submachine gun variant.
I guess.
Or is it the rifle?
No, it has long burst because
said on the thing. I remember seeing somewhere where it said long burst.
I think the T11's the SMG.
SD Kyogo T11.
Oh, that's the rifle.
15,
Oh, yeah, okay, I got it.
100 range, long burst.
Yeah, got it.
It is... Okay. So, yes, here we go. The sound of rapid gunfire and the ringing in your ears slowly fades away. By the way, this is an abandoned warehouse in a bad part of town, so the odds of the police arriving are much lower than where you were.
Okay.
You look across the carnage in the room. Most of the would-be assassins lay motionless on the balcony. A few appear to have made it down to ground level, right, having either fallen or, kind of come down the stairs. As you take a moment to catch your breath, you see some slight movement from one of the assassins lying on the ground floor, right, the one you captured, clearly. A groan escapes her lips as she slowly sits up, unarmed, because you said you had taken away their guns, and with no weapons nearby in reach. Clearly, she is in no condition for a fight. Anna holds up her hands. Yes, I surrender. If, on my honor, I will not lift a hand against you, if you will not harm me any further.
Well, that depends.
What was the whole point of this?
Target practice.
No.
Hand.
Why were you going to attack the person who had made an arrangement to meet your group?
Why would we attack someone that was friendly to us?
That's kind of the question the gentleman just asked.
You were set up like an ambush.
Yes.
No, you ambushed us.
You were set up to ambush somebody coming to this place.
I think that's a fairly large assumption.
Well, okay. You wanted us not to hurt you.
Yes, I do not.
I got to get back into this accent. So lastly, I bet you better start telling us the truth. Because you are not set up here to be a welcome party that was good and saying, oh yes, welcome to our establishment. You are set up here to kill the person that was coming.
Are you going for intimidation or persuasion?
Persuasion for right now.
Okay, go for
Actually, persuasion. One of the skills I still have to buy.
Dump stat. I don't persuade.
No, I can. I have an 8.
Give it a shot, because then we'll turn Victor loose on her.
Yeah.
And I'll do something to assist whoever decides to do the intimidation.
Okay, if somebody wants to intimidate. Okay.
Please,
Otherwise, we just let Victor have it.
So, just before Victor
As they
decides to
point the
intimidate...
nondescript Asian guy.
Yeah. Can you turn that on or off, or is it just once you turn it off, it's gone?
Yeah,
Concentration.
once it's off, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would let him turn it off if he wanted to.
I mean, he's still got the stats.
But then I can't use it for a
Yeah,
day.
no.
But no, I have a thing.
Of course.
I mean, maybe you're a serial killer or you're a nondescript Asian guy.
So
I
will cast Alpha on myself.
Let's see how that goes.
If you don't want to drop the
I mean, I'm willing to
guys
intimidate.
that you have, I can also intimidate.
So that is a good success.
Okay.
So I have a +4 to intimidation. It's like my eyes glow
Yeah,
red.
they start to glow, and you do the Batman voice. Tell me. So I assume you're going for intimidation.
Yes.
Just curious, how are you intimidating her? Other than the glowing eyes and approaching her.
Just approaching her, just very calm, but like the words I use are very, demonic, and because I only got it good, so I couldn't change my voice. So I still have like the demon voice.
Do you wanna? I've heard you talk.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
I just walk up in there and It's not just a fake, human doing a pretended
it's
demon
not.
voice. It's a
It's
real.
the actual demon voice. All right. Well, give me your intimidation.
I'm gonna
So,
do
I
something
think we're
about that.
starting at most.
Do you want help?
Looking at
I got possibilities.
Is that a?
There we go.
Oh, boom.
because we weren't set up to kill a target. It's just we expected that he was coming with bodyguards, and we had to neutralize the bodyguards in order to take the target hostage.
So it was an ambush.
I mean,
At whose orders?
Lockman. He told us to do it.
And when the target gets here, you'll tell him this.
Well, we weren't going to kill him. He's worth be a very very hefty ransom.
Yes, and
Very
when
good
he
weapon.
gets here, you will tell him what you are planning to do based on Lockman's directions.
Orders.
Your truthfulness in this matter is the only thing that's going to keep you alive. You understand this, yes?
Yes, I do. I can tell him, but it won't matter. Lockman, she points to all the bodies. He's not here. He didn't come with us.
Okay.
That's fine.
Which
Solve
is
that
fine.
problem later.
Oh, you won't be able to. His security is too good.
I look around at the bodies and I look back at her.
No, he keeps
Half scum
Vessel.
security.
I'm sorry. What was that again? He keeps what?
A vessel.
There's special security personnel with him, and they're all very well armed.
Yes, and we have nondescript Asian men.
So all I'm hearing is we can go shopping. We just have to take out his entire crew.
It's a bigger bomb. That's all it is.
Well, it just
No,
means
you've given
more
us the
toys.
name. That is important.
Oh
but
yeah.
you will be telling your target that you were betrayed since he contacted you for a meeting.
No, I never spoke to him. That was Lockman. It's
Yeah,
not
it
my.
doesn't matter.
That's-
It's Lockman, head of your society.
I'm Rod. While they're interrogating her, I'm gonna kind of go look out and post up somewhere to kind of because
Sure.
he's coming.
Yeah, he is. Be a fine roll, Mark.
Okay.
Oh, and I will tie up the other guy.
Sure. So there is a security system here tied into a computer.
Oh, nice. I own it.
Well, give me the computer's roll first.
Okay. Then I own it. Is it? So I'm jacking in. Is it?
It's +4.
What? 24?
No, I said
Okay.
you have the +4 because
That's.
yeah.
Yep. That's
That
what
was-
I was looking for.
Yep. The Brasileiro is a pretty good deck.
It is a great deck.
Yep.
All right, so outstanding. So you're able to kind of take control of the computer. It basically has a bunch of security cameras. And there are going to be a few things of note. First,
While they're interrogating, he's doing the computers. I'm just going to start dragging these bodies down and piling them up in the middle of the room.
of course, you can see, right, as you kind of like are playing with the security system, if you go back a couple of moments, like as you guys are entering the warehouse to set your input, right, you can then you hear on the recording the sound of gunfire, and you see someone who looks like Ryuichi kind of step out of the shadows and take off down the street.
He's not coming. He's already gone, guys.
It's already gone.
Okay, so she's outlived her usefulness.
Yep.
She what?
Has outlived her usefulness.
But she goes, no. You please, you said you'd let me live.
I didn't say that.
I mean, technically, he
Brett
didn't
Connor.
say that.
You said that you'd let me live.
Oh, I'm a notorious liar.
I can tell you more.
You should have.
As a step closer, and the claws just kind of start sliding out.
The what?
The claws start sliding out.
Claws. I thought you said the ball. So I'm like,
Oh yes. No,
all
I'm
right,
not doing
and
that.
that's not okay, even if you guys are pretending to be bad guys.
It is after 9.
Yeah, but still.
I'm just gonna go. Look,
We're not running that kind of a game.
Look, guys.
It's an OnlyFans.
And we fade to
game.
black.
Oh,
I think we. Yes, I think we need to just let her. I think there's a nice storage container we can put her on and give her over
You
to
do
the
realize
America.
she's just going to be able to report back.
That's why I put her in a shipping container and
Yes,
send her to America.
Yes, I will put her in a shipping container with the rest of these once I'm done gutting them.
Wait, no. Leave me alive and just throw me in there and make it look like you thought I was dead. And if I'm locked in there, I can't tell anyone anything.
What do I get out of this?
She closes her eyes and she goes, and I haven't seen any of your faces.
Yes, but I'm still trying to figure out what benefit that is to me.
Thinking about her agony when she's floating at sea.
Oh, okay. Apparently,
She'll have to
Wait.
eat her
No.
own-
apparently,
put her-
I'm the good cop. Okay, I will take her, and I'm just gonna walk her out.
Wait. No, I got this. Rod, I call up on the manifest a shipping container that is leaving tomorrow for America.
I mean, this thing isn't connected to the internet.
No, manifests of the warehouse is shipping stuff out.
No, this is an abandoned warehouse.
Yeah, abandoned.
Remember?
Oh, it's an abandoned warehouse.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Never mind.
I'm just trying to figure
do
out
your good cop. Go do your good cop thing.
I'm going to walk her to the edge of the warehouse, and look for a shipping container.
Yeah, there's probably like one or two there.
Go get in that one.
Yes. Thank you.
We're watching you.
Yes. Thank you. Why don't you give me you're being nice. Would you like to give me a persuasion?
I would love to give you a persuasion.
Why don't you do that?
The bad part is the giant lizard that's being nice.
Never trust Gozira when he says go and get in that container.
The fact that he's a chimera is not a problem.
I am going to.
No, it's the chimera's the one who's wanting to kill her. So I mean,
No, he's the chimera.
technically, Pan Pacifica, I'm a chimera.
You are too. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that one. So on the persuasion roll, I get to re-roll that. Is that correct?
Yeah. He looks.
Was it 12 not enough?
I'm not sure what level of success you're going for, but you are technically just short of the.
Okay.
Yeah. I got ways.
Now, if you hold on before you spend it,
Sure.
if you guys are actually letting her go, I need to know. If we're still lying to her, I need to know because it changes the difficulty.
My intention is to let her go.
Okay. So if you let her go, you can hold on to that possibility. You're already good.
Okay.
If there's a chance of her having actual suffering instead of just non-existing, that's awesome.
Well, you've killed all her allies. You're basically going to wipe out her entire gang, so she's going to have nothing.
All right, so
Yeah,
I guess he's letting her
live
live.
with that.
We fleece the bodies, and I'll throw all the bodies in the container with her and lock it.
Welcome to basic, baby.
And
Please, as you're throwing the bodies in there, would you maybe... And she kind of looks down, very submissively. Be willing to escort me out of the city?
You're in this container.
Yes, I know, but...
I would just punch her in the side of the head and get it over with.
I just keep throwing bodies in.
Okay.
No.
Wait.
She's alive thanks to the friendly wit lizard.
Now, Going forward, next time when we as a party are negotiating with, hey, yes, we'll let you live, and one of you guys is like, I'm not planning to do that, I need to know because I'm going to need the persuasion or trick roll ahead of time.
Okay.
Right? Because otherwise,
Well, nobody lied to her.
No. She said, you said you'd let me live, and Dan said, I didn't say that. Which means there's a chance his demeanor can betray that. Hence, I need
Okay,
to roll.
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because otherwise, I, as the GM, assume your characters are going to do what you say. They tell you everything, and then you go, all right, we put 2 in our head. You know, and they don't get to roll to see if you're actually going to do it or not. So she'll tell you, she'll give you an address since you're going to let her go. Otak.
Mm-hmm.
I keep stumbling on the name because it's not Zarock. Zaotek.
Oh, Zaotek.
She'll give you a name and an address. The man's name is Lee Jun. He is an information broker. And he could probably help you get access to Lockman.
His name is Lee Jun.
Yes. Lijun.
Legion. Check.
No, Lee Jun.
That's what I said, Legion.
No, Lee Jun.
It's all about the inflections in Japanese. I mean, come on.
In this case, it's a Chinese name.
Well, yeah. Japanese, Chinese.
You insensitive bastard.
I mean, this is actually Taiwan, aren't we?
Yes.
No, you're in Kuala Lumpur.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't want to be in Taiwan.
You mentioned the language a minute ago, and I think I missed it.
Yes.
Yeah, not Taiwan. Thailand.
What I hear, Lehman, is send us to Taiwan. I'll do my best.
And I'll look at it and say thank you. Have this dead thing. So that credit card that they gave me.
Oh, with the 500, you just
Yeah. I just give it to her.
Okay. Thank you.
You should just go hide.
Yes.
She's in the container.
Yes, we know.
No, I mean, I'm telling him she's staying in the container. There's no hiding.
Close the door.
I understand.
Latch
When
it.
she gets out, she can try to find a place to hide.
If she ever gets out.
Just gave her 500 credits.
As I'm latching the door shut on the container.
No. What you talk about? What are you talking about? I give her just plastic card
with money on it.
Yeah, that's how they buy things.
Maybe
using that card.
As I'm closing the door, Rod, I say very
well.
loudly, maybe one of those will turn into a Jiangxi or one of the infected. They look kind of infected. I think
cool.
maybe, and I close the door.
Just to be mean to her.
Oh yeah.
You know,
that one's for you, Victor.
An Operation Eris mission in Aurora.
Wait. Oh, do you think it's possible the infected come in?
I just said that for her.
Yeah.
She's trapped in there with dead bodies. Now she's worrying about all of them turning into infected, eating her.
You are disrespecting the dead.
No, it's a trick. It's different. I'm disrespecting the living.
So.
Very respectful of the dead.
He's spicing up the flavor of her pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. What he said.
Between the fight and interviewing her, we are going to call that a scene.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I want to do the card thing.
That's what we do at the end of the scene.
Let me know when I can discard.
Is everyone back at their regular amount? No.
Not yet.
One.
Why don't I give you that?
To get rid of one.
I have to get rid of one more.
Ooh, coup de grace.
Yeah, I like all 9. Keeping them.
There you go. Now I'm down to 4.
Hang on, don't delete that coup de grace yet. I'm thinking I might want that.
Well, somebody else has grabbed it, I'm afraid.
Okay, then I was too slow. That's fair.
All right, so 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4. All right, now everyone may recycle.
Yeah, Mark, I wouldn't let the coup de grace go.
I'm good with what I got.
I have one. I wanted 2, maybe.
I have found that sometimes there are
Nice.
points where I can do enough damage I don't need them
But
from playing Za'arok so much, but this character doesn't quite do quite as much damage as Za'arok.
I'll get there. I'm doing pretty good, but I'll get there.
if I recall, Jim, he was also a beta tier character, and this one is not.
Yeah, but Za'arok did a lot of that damage way before beta.
All right, so the only thing we're getting rid of is transfer, and it looks like everyone is back at the right amount. It is 10 to 11. I think it's probably best to pause instead of starting the new scene here.
I agree.
Seems good to me.
I would
Okay.
agree.
Sounds fine. So we will go ahead and end it tonight. If you want to see how evil this group can actually end up being, join back with us next Wednesday to find out. If you can't,
Remember, you don't have to be as evil as possible. You just have to blend in.
I'm
That's
blending.
what I'm
I'm
saying.
blending.
It's just a bonus.
Blending does not mean taking your blades and going through.
That's a blender.
Bodies. That's a blender.
A psychopath.
Yeah, we
serial
lost that in the
killer.
translation. Sorry.
I mean,
Just pointing that out. Bear in mind, at the end, you do have to remember, they're going to ask about the ethics and how efficient it is.
Very.
You know
Very
what?
efficient.
I'm sure you guys are going to leave a lot of details out of your final report.
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
I'm not doing a report.
Whatever
They
do you
didn't
mean?
say anything about a report.
Sure. All right, Dan, you want to take us out?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can join us next week to find out what happens next. If you can't wait that long, you can join us Saturday for our GUI Reincarnate. I think we're back this Sunday. Yes, we're back this Sunday for our Legacy of Kingman Stone, and then, of course, Monday for the Mutants and Masterminds game. So, with that, remember we're in this adventure called Life Together, so please keep that golden rule in mind. Treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. Of course, unless you're a villain. With that, have a good week.
Bye bye.